And good afternoon and welcome to Freed-Hardeman Conference Tournament Baseball. We will be the home standing team as we finish second in the standings to Cumberland's out of Kentucky. And with me today, Michael Mullenix, the great color man. Michael will bring you several innings today, and also tomorrow he will be color on the innings he's not. Coach Joe Holloway here, and I just got through doing a softball game, and I feel like I am still at softball for a little bit, but we're fixing to play some baseball. Michael, the first thing is the pitching matchups will probably be very, very important. The last time we jumped on them in all three games. No moss, no contest, whatever. This is not the same Pikeville team. They have improved as the year ended. Who are we going to see today?
Well, today we're going to see the same matchup we saw in the second game of the series in the regular season. It'll be Alex Huey against Nolan Fernandez. Nolan Fernandez is coming into this game with an 8.78 ERA. Total win-loss for the season, 1-7. Over 54 in a third innings pitched. He's allowed a batting average of .361 with 53 earned runs, 23 walks, 53 strikeouts. And last time against Freed-Hardeman, he only got one inning out of that game with 4 hits allowed, with 4 earned runs, no strikeouts, and 2 walks. And then for Freed-Hardeman, you have Alex Huey with a 5.95 ERA, 5-5 win-loss record on the season, over 59 innings pitched, has a .300 batting average against his opponents, and has allowed 39 runs with 13 walks and 47 strikeouts. Now, last time against Pikeville, Huey went 5 innings with 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, and 0 walks. So we'll hopefully see if he can do that again today. Hopefully even go a little bit longer today, Coach.
Hopefully so, and we will be working with several different areas than we normally do with stats, because right now they're trying to – DAC stats are going good over at the softball game, but not doing much here. Of course, we missed Jeremy. He's kind of on the injured shelf. A big surprise for some Freed-Hardeman fans, Will McCall will be back today.
That's right, and don't believe he got to play in the last series against Martin Methodist. He might have gotten in the field maybe once, but it is good to see Will McCall back from injury. This has been the story of his season, is just battling injuries, and just like the first time, he'll be making his return in the starting lineup against Pikeville.
And, of course, the women won the first softball game today, 7-1, and Ray Pack will come by and give you a report a little bit later. This one today is 1 9-inning game. We will have to check in tournament play and see if the 10-run rule is in effect after 7 innings.
Well, I believe we'll end up having to check on that.
And last time it really didn't get close. We beat them 13-2, but that was with Jacob Sawyer's pitching. This is Pikeville that we beat. Then we won 17-3. Alex Huey was the winner in that game. And then 10-0 as Colton Hutt came on, pitched 5 great innings. I think we had Sewell relieved for 2 innings in that one. Of course, in the first game we played them during the regular season here, Sears, Busby, and McCall all had home runs in that 13-2 game. In the 17-3 game, Sears had 1 home run. Watson had 2. Von Watson launched a couple in that one. And in the third game, the 10-0 game, Simpson had the big blow in that one. And the losing pitcher in the 17-3 game was Fernandez, who is pitching for them today. Don't let that fool you. This young man is a very good pitcher. We had our hitting shoes on that day, and it's going to take a quick start by us, because you don't want to let this team get ahead or get out in front of you. They are a young team. They have nothing to lose. They're playing for fun.
That's right, Coach, and that's just what you have to do today if you want to be successful. Sometimes just go out there, have fun, and that's usually when you play your best game, is when you're having fun. But I did just hear just a second ago, we do have an update on the softball game. Freed-Hardeman is now up 4-0 in the second inning, and if Freed-Hardeman wins this, they advance in the conference tournament. If they Shawnee State somehow comes back, they'll be playing a Game 3 winner go home tomorrow, I believe at 12. And so hopefully the Lady Lions can get it done today, and hopefully we can see the Lions get it done here today as well, Coach.
Absolutely. And that tournament has been moved, the softball tournament, to Columbia, Kentucky. Now, the men's baseball tournament will still be at Bowling Green. And, of course, we want to get there. Our best bet for us that would help us a whole lot, win tonight, win tomorrow, one game.
That's
now,
right.
if you lose tonight, you got to win 2 tomorrow, or if you win tonight, lose the first game tomorrow, you got to play that second one, and anything goes in those games. Of course, you see down on the field the coaches going over the ground rules, and we might check with Mike McCutcheon, see if you can check, are we going to have DAC stats for this game? Are we going to have DAC stats for this game? Can't get them to come up right now. Okay. And that's an important part, and you fans at home, I know that y'all like the DAC stats too. But let's tell you what, let's do while the coaches and them meet. Let's take a short timeout on the Freed-Hardeman Sports Network.
Casey Realtors has been serving families in Chester County since June of 1967, when Tommy Casey, owner and broker, started the business in an office on North Church Street in Henderson. Craig Casey joined the business as an affiliate broker and began serving his hometown in December 1979. Though the staff and services have grown over the past 50 years, one thing has remained the same. Casey Realtors has remained committed to improving Chester County through professional service and community involvement.
Chase Animal Hospital is a full-service veterinary hospital which performs well and sick patient exams, hospitalization, surgery, boarding, doggy daycare, and grooming. We are located in Huntsville, Alabama, the Rocket City. We can take care of all dogs and cats as well as some livestock animals. Our current veterinarians on staff are Kevin Crabb, Zach Knight, Elizabeth Harville, and Wesley Clendenin. Visit our website at chaseanimalhospital.com or check us out on Facebook. We look forward to taking care of all your pet's needs.
And welcome back to Freed-Hardeman. Let's go to the play-by-play announcer or the announcer for the game and pick up some of the starting lineup, and then we'll have the national anthem. And you see that Freed-Hardeman has already taken the field. And see Sears and Huey and them at the mound. And now the national anthem. And we are back, and of course you hear from the parabolic mic the background of the crowd. And we are just about ready for conference tournament action. 3 umpires, of course, in all tournament games. And they see if they're looking for that. And we are still looking for the DAC stats, though, as they have not come up on my machinery. So that hurts a little bit, but we know who's playing for us. At first base, Josh Sears. At second base, of course, You know who is there. Zach Sanders, as always. Dylan Lott, the future Marine, is at shortstop. And an unfamiliar face a little bit because of injury, Will McCall wearing number 28. Christian Busby in left field today. The Minister of Defense, Don Pisano, is in center field, and Riley Perks is in right field today. And Michael, I'll let you go over the starting lineup again in the batting order for the Pikeville Bears.
For Pikeville, batting first and playing right field will be number 9, Noah Helton. Batting second and playing center field will be number 1, Tyler Freeze. Batting third and playing second base will be number 7, Tyler Maynard. Batting in the cleanup spot, number 24, Eduardo Bello. Batting fifth and DHing, number 30, John McKenzie. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 11, DeMarco Miller. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 32, Ryan Albers. Batting eighth and behind the plate, number 14, Zach Hill. And batting ninth and playing third base will be number 2, Jared Kirkman. And then, of course, they have Nolan Fernandez on the mound for him today, Coach.
Absolutely. He'll be going against Alex Huey with Bo Simpson catching. And last time out, Alex Huey threw a jewel of a game against Martin Methodist, 1-0.
That's right. That was probably one of the best games that we've seen from Huey all season, and Huey's had some really great games this season, Coach.
He went 7 innings in that one. Last time against Pikeville, he gave up 3 runs and 3 hits in 5 innings, and we finished that one. All of those games were 7-inning games.
And that's right. And Huey, all 3 of those runs came in the first inning. So a little bit of a slow start, but he was able to manage and come back and finish strong there in that game.
Noah Helton, the right fielder, steps in for Pikeville, and Huey's first pitch is a strike. And that's the way Huey needs to start it, keep his pitches at a minimum. Had a little sore arm early in the season, but has come back and pitched well here in the second half. Second pitch looked good, but no, it was called a ball, 1-1. Of course, he pitched at Columbia Academy, and everybody remembers the great battle between him and Ryan Weathers in the state tournament. The 1-1 pitch on the way, a swinging strike too, and he's looking sharp so far.
That's right. And not only was Huey able to be able to be a part of that, but then you also have the returning Will McCall, of course, former teammates there at Columbia Academy as well.
And of course, I believe Josh Sears over first 64 home runs. And we'll double check that. And that is a strikeout to start it. And that's the way Huey wanted to start this one. 1 out in the inning. And it's going to bring up Tyler Freeze to the plate. And Freeze, a very good center fielder for them. Quick, covers a lot of ground.
And he is one of the leading hitters this season for Pikeville, hitting .371, second on the team just behind John McKenzie.
And, of course, we finished second, but the regular season champion was the Cumberlands of Kentucky. And we would love to give them a tough time. You get to them, but you got to win these games first here, 2 out of 3. 1-1 is Huey worked him outside, outfield straight away, infield at normal depth. 1 out in the inning. Tyler Maynard, the center fielder. And the pitch. And the umpire, I've got to get used to these mechanics. They're different than they used to be. We had a umpire, and it's 1 ball, 2 strike count with 1 out. Had an umpire in a high school game the other day. He was quick like the old days. Fouled off, coming straight back. And I've got to get over the jumps a little bit. The screen was there, but you were doing first base camera at softball. I was in the press box where the glass broke that time. And their press box got a little jumpy a while ago when they fouled them back. Here's the 1-2 pitch again. High fly out of the play field, and Sears gave it a couple of running steps, and he said this one is way out of here the wrong direction.
Might be in play at the intramural field, though. But
yeah.
Unfortunately, softball season is done at the intramural field right now.
Absolutely, and take some time off till summer classes start, right?
That's right. And right now we're still doing intramurals. Right now we have volleyball going on. We just finished up the basketball championships here. So.
And how about that? A swinging strike, too, and Huey has opened up very sharp. 2 strikeouts and 2 batters. And that brings Tyler Maynard, the sharp-hitting second baseman, up there. Now, Maynard had a home run against us in the first game, and he is capable of reaching the fence just like Bello, the first baseman, is both very capable.
And that one
hit him. Now, we don't want to put runners on, but hit by pitch, and that brings up Eduardo Bello, who plays first base, and he is very capable of reaching the fence. Wears number 24. Of course, Pikeville, as you can see, dapperly attired in their black and orange uniforms. We're in our home white with the maroon letters and, of course, the maroon caps, and we've got 3 or 4 uniforms we can wear.
That's right. And see, we have those. We have the just solid maroon ones. Then we have gray with the maroon lining over the sort of the middle of the jersey. I believe that might be all we have now.
Yeah. Sears will hold him on. Huey will give him a good look and then come to the plate. And Simpson fires it down there and made it close. And Maynard is a threat to steal. He's on first with 2 outs. The hitter is the strong first baseman, Eduardo Bello. And high chopper to the second baseman. Sanders over to Sears, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was 1 man left on base. At the end of a half inning of play, it's Pikeville nothing. Freed-Hardeman Lions coming to bat.
Residential or commercial, you can rely on West 10 Fence for complete fencing services. We put over 50 years of experience to work for you building, mending, and maintaining fences and gates. From chain link and barbed wire to wooden, vinyl, ornamental iron, and beautiful wrought iron, whether you want a fence for beauty, privacy, or security, we've got you covered. Just call and ask for a free estimate.
And we are back here for the bottom of the first. Michael, I'll let you do the honors to bring our young men some good luck on who's going to lead off for us.
Well, leading off will be Zach Sanders, and Zach, one of the leading hitters for Freed-Hardeman this season, was there towards the beginning. Zach is now at a .306 batting average, and he will be followed by Will McCall, who has got a .313 batting average. And then followed by Josh Shears, who has a .380 batting average. This top 4 in the lineup, all batting over 300. And I believe Vaughn Watson is just right under the 300 mark. So that's great to have your top 4 batters in the lineup with over 300 batting average, and also has the ability to have some power on the ball as well, Coach.
And we hope that Vaughn is over his injury. He had some, including that rib cage injury.
That's right. And believe not exactly sure what all had happened there.
And popping it up is Sanders, and it looks like it's going to get out of play. Zach Sanders, who can get you some big hits. Of course, that's a tough. We would love to jump on this young ball club early. Now, again, a pretty good curveball by Fernandez when he wants to throw it, but he can also throw the fast one by you. He's got his sign, the 0-1 pitch, curveball, and it's a strike. He's got a good curveball.
It fooled some of us here in the press box here, I think.
Yes. Of course, Sanders has started 41 games.
And he's played in all 41 of them as well. And that one just missed outside for ball number 1 there, Coach. But been able to play every game, or started every game he's played, so that's definitely shown something here this season.
You are correct about that. Here's the pitch, fouled off again. So we'll do the 1-2 pitch in just a moment. We'll do it all over again. And like we said, so we have some very interesting stats we'll give you from time to time during the game. DAC stats for those of you at home that text in will be going in a minute. That one, curve, it started outside, never had a chance to be a strike.
That's right. And now that brings the count to 2-2, I believe, or 3-2. Or
2-2 should be the count. no outs in the inning. Our leadoff man, Zach Sanders, the very fine second baseman who made the assist on the last time. And that one came a little high, and Zach says, I'm going to get my head out of the way. And he did so in fine fashion. Don't like to see anything go around the head, though.
Not even with the helmet.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. Drill to left field. It's up in the air. Back, back, back. You may kiss that one goodbye. It is a home run. We need a new baseball, Mr. Wilson. And Zach Sanders gets us started, Michael, the way we need to start.
That's right. No, what a better way to start than someone getting the cowboy hat early in this game.
Okay, Will McCall, who had a home run in that series, back again like it was in that series for the first time in quite a while.
Could we have some deja vu right here, Coach?
Could it be? Like I said, if we get off to a good lightning start, young teams, sometimes maybe we can get them down quickly. And again, they've got a good team. It's well coached. They're just very young at all positions.
That's right. And don't be surprised if this is a dominant ball club here in the next couple of years,
yeah.
Possibly even next year.
And you can see Fernandez throws strikes as he got that one in for strike one. Fernandez 0-1 pitch on the way, the curveball, and they'll, again, the dandy curveball. And we took it. So McCall in the hole, 0-2, wears the shin guard on the front leg of his hitting stance. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit drilled up the middle. When he throws the fast one in there, Will McCall was sitting on that one, and he makes the big turn and will have to hustle back into first. But you know what, you like to see that for a man that's been resting all this time.
That's right. And if you're Will McCall with a thumb, I believe it's a broken thumb, you don't necessarily need to hit for power. You just need to hit for contact right now.
With 52 hits and a .380 batting average, striding to the plate with 47 RBIs, the one and only Josh Sears. And let's see how they pitch the big man. Some people jam him, some try to pitch him outside, and they'll mix it up. He's got a runner on first. And they'll pitch carefully. He won't see anything good. He has to hit a lot of tough pitches to hit his home runs. And that one is outside. 18 home runs on the season.
I believe he had 2 in that series against Martin Methodist.
Yes, and then he had a couple of home runs in the series against Pikeville.
That's right. And some of them were some big home runs. No, one big home run he's had this season was the one against Cumberland that we were down 2 runs. I believe it was 8-6, and Sears just drills one over past center field wall.
Now you saw that last curveball in there for a strike, so it's 1-1. And he may get a diet of curveballs, or let's see if they jam him. They didn't, and he didn't get what he wanted on the bat. He got it down closer to the handle, and Josh wanted that pitch. He was going to take it to right field. So he's now in the hole, Michael, 1-2. But we've seen him in the hole before, 1-2.
That's right, and he's been able to capitalize on this as well.
1-2 pitch. And that one's going to get away from the catcher, and only the pitcher can feel it. And nobody gave the catcher any direction where it was, and you've now got McCall on second base. Now you've got a base open at 2-2. They can afford, even if they walked Sears, what they'll do is they'll pitch him very carefully here. So if he's going to hit something, it will not be a good pitch. It'll be a bad pitch that's right on the edge of the strike zone, or even maybe a little bit outside. Got to guard the plate at 2-2. No outs in the inning. Fernandez brings it to the plate, throws the big curveball, but it wasn't even close to being a strike.
Sears thought about it, though. You could see him push that weight forward, ready to go at it.
Yeah, I think he would have tried if he'd gone to take it to right field. 3-2 pitch, and again, for them, nothing hurt if they walked Josh Sears here. 3-2 the count, a runner on second. Second baseman's going to be the one that holds him on. It'll break to his position. Outfield deep and straight away. Out of the stretch, Fernandez looks in. At the belt, checks the runner, comes to the plate, and a swinging strike 3. And that time Josh was going for the downs on it. With 1 out, brings up Bo Simpson, the fine catcher from Ripley, Tennessee, playing in his senior year also. Going to open up that trucking company when he gets back. I think I have a ranch too.
I believe so.
1 out in the inning, runner at second. Really would love to get him home because the more pressure we put on this young Pikeville team, the better for us. Fernandez has got his sign, comes to the plate, and Bo drills one but foul down that left field line. And give the guys in the bullpen a little workout chasing foul balls. And, of course, we love being here. 390 to dead center down those lines. Left field's 330, 315 down the right field line. Bo's capable of hitting the ball to any part of this ballpark. The 0-1 pitch with one out and a runner at second. It comes to the plate and it's outside. And I'm going to be honest with you. Had Will not been hurt, I could see if he could pick up when it's the curveball, he might be going. You could steal third on this. 1 run, 2 hits in the inning. We're in the bottom of the first. Freed-Hardeman leading. Appreciate the help from Athletic Director Mike McCutcheon. He's working with stats and a few other things. That one is outside. I'm going to help the umpire out on that one. He knew it was outside. There we go. Now we got some. Love it when the DAC stats come up. They are so helpful. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, a runner at second. The hitter is Bo Simpson. Here's the pitch. And again, he is tattooing it, but the trouble is he's out in front and pulling it hard foul, Mike.
That's right. And, well, it finally did go fair, but unfortunately it went fair after it hit the wall. But
yeah,
don't think they can count that.
No, it's just a noisy foul ball, and we'll do the 2-2 pitch again with 1 out. Bo would love to put some more runs on the board, but he'll take a base hit and get on. He's a very good team player. Now the fake throw to second just to drive him back. Really nothing wrong. The second baseman really didn't make much of a move. And at that point in time, Will didn't have the big lead he had a while ago. He'll get that as the pitcher shows that he's delivering to the plate. Again, we'll do the 2-2. Bottom of the first here at Carnes Field. Hit out in the outfield. May have too much air. It goes deep, deep, deep. It kept going, and we need a new baseball, Mr. Wilson. Bo Simpson with the home run. And Bo knows baseball.
That's right. And just like that, we already have the second cowboy hat moment of the day, Coach.
We may have to buy some extra cowboy hats, and that will bring up Vaughn Watson, the DH. And, of course, in the second game of that last series, Vaughn Watson had 2 big home runs in that game. Lots of excitement up here. We got people turning cartwheels in the press box.
Could one of those people be athletic director Mike McCutcheon?
Oh, he's studying. He's working hard right now. And Vaughn Watson from Potts Camp, Mississippi, steps in there to the plate, the right-handed hitter's first pitch to him. He swings, and it was a little taken off of it, and he's out in front for an 0-1 count. But the bases are empty, and everybody playing straight away for Pikeville. Normal depth in the infield. Watson capable of reaching the fences, too. There's the curveball, but that's the flatter one that goes way outside. Nolan Fernandez on the mound. And for some reason, even though it's not the exact color, I think of the Pittsburgh Pirates sometimes when I see the Bears team. I wanted to go for that one. Good eye by Vaughn Watson. And I don't know, of course, I know the Pirates have had, but they would have had yellow where the orange is on the uniform. They did have a set of black jerseys, like especially back when Willie Stargell and all that crew played. Here's the pitch. And it's low and outside, and that should run the count to 3-1. Let's see what, here we'll make sure it could not see the umpire's ball hand. Not familiar with this umpiring crew. Here's the pitch, and they walked Watson. Now we've got a runner with only 1 out. Watson walks, and that brings up Don Pisano. Pisano, the left-handed hitting center fielder. He has power, but he also hits the ball well in the field. Get him on. You got 2 men, Potts and he both have good speed. Pisano has excellent speed.
And Pisano, 281 on the season, Coach.
Yes, and Very nice young man. We had him up here to interview one day. He did a great job. And that one's going to get away, and I'm feeling for the catcher. That's a wild pitch. It was one of those 57-foot pitches. And Watson's going to streak all the way to third base. So the wild pitch does not help. And now let's see if they decide to bring the infield in. Zach Hill, and he's tried hard, but he's gotten – and they're not giving him any direction where the baseball is.
That's right.
And sometimes when you block it as a catcher, it is tough. So only one out. Third and first will come home with it if Watson tries it. Normal depth for the second short. And let's see what they give him on that one. I didn't think it hit the bats. They got a 1-1 count. Now they're going to check with, well, Coach Estes. Jonathan Estes, very scholarly, thoughtful guy, thinking all the time, very articulate when he checks with the umpires, because I know one or two of the umpires in this league. I know who they are, and they speak highly of how he addresses them. And now an explanation on that last pitch. And I don't know if everybody's happy or not, but it is accepted, and this is the way we'll play. So Pisano will have a 1-1 count with one out, a runner at third base. Nolan Fernandez on the mound for Pikeville. Here's the pitch, the curveball outside. A little harder to throw that one to the the left-handed hitter.
And after Pisano will be Christian Busby, and Busby sort of still trying to get back in the swing of things. He did have that one injury there at the beginning of the season.
That'll score the run in a seeing eye single for Pisano, and he's going to put some pressure on him. And we're lighting up the board early, a 4-0 lead. Pisano with the single. Runner at first, and it brings the senior, Christian Busby. Very fine young man. He has stolen a couple of home runs from people defensively this year. And I know he's hit at least he's hit a couple of home runs, hasn't he? And we'll check and make sure he's hit one home run, on base percentage, .321. I got him hitting .285. And that may be or it's .265. Here's the first pitch, a strike. So no ball, one strike count. It is .265.
And it does have one home run on the season. I did just lose his place right here.
And Pisano fakes it, and they call strike two. You'd love to see him hit one in the gap and watch him and Pisano both run. And again, Christian coming back from some injuries. He's played, he's better. I don't think he's 100% is what I was told, but he's giving it the effort. Pisano just nicely steps back to first base. That wasn't Fernandez's best move. That was the old calling card, I know you're there. No ball, 2-strike pitch to Christian Busby, a senior. Here's the pitch. It swings and misses on the curveball, and that one broke outside, a little flat, but it's still the second out. 2 strikeouts for Fernandez. And advancing to the plate, a left-handed hitter in the name of Riley Perks, who has really improved his batting average over the last couple of weeks.
That's right. And the Perks has now gotten his batting average up to .291, which is try to get placement on that.
And the first one you saw fouled off while you're looking at, Riley had some tough luck early in the season with he'd hit some atom balls at people and things like that. The balls have started to fall a little bit for him. 2 outs in the inning, and that runner at first. Fernandez comes to the plate, and that one low. And Pisano's going to go in a minute. He has given the old fake. He'll start hard and then pull up. And he's not far enough away that the catcher, Hill, could throw down there on him. He's got to be careful now. You and I remember a game he did get a little far and got picked off. There's the pitch. Interesting call by the umpire. He says strike, but he's at player level, so he sees the dotted line area, as I call it, of the hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Riley Perks at bat, the left-handed hitter. They're playing him just a step or two to right field. Pisano, and he had the pitcher looking then. Had the pitcher been on the pitching rubber, then it would have been a balk. But since he was straddling it, there is no balk. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. Now we'll check pitches a little bit because this young man Fernandez has had to throw a lot of pitches just in this first inning. But they don't mind at all, Michael's bringing in relief pitchers as we saw in the series here. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 2, and this time Pisano's got to hustle back. Got his weight shifted a little bit too much to second base. We'll try to check on the girl, or at the half inning, we'll let you check on the girls' game. Okay, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on first. Riley Perks, the hitter. Fernandez, the pitcher. It's man against man right here. Here's the pitch. It's outside, and we get a 1-player merry-go-round going. 1 horse working on this one. And with the wind-up, Pisano will be running. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner on first. Riley Perks ready at the plate. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground. The big hop, though, comes down over from third to first. That will end the inning. But 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. At the end of 1, the Lions lead the Bears 4-0. We'll be back on the Freed-Hardeman Sports Network after this.
If you want to invest in cabinetry and need a locally owned and operated company you can trust, choose Kitchens by Design. In business since 2002, our locally owned and operated company has a track record of providing precision work, serving both residential and commercial clients. We're your one-stop shop providing quality work for all types of projects, including kitchens, bathrooms, additions, new construction, and more. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
And we are back, and we have a nice 4-0 lead, Michael.
That's right. Not only do we have a 4-0 lead, but softball right now has a 6-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning now, Coach. And like we said, if they win this game, they advance on in the conference tournament, in which they are the 3 seeds, so they are uncertain of who they'll play if they do advance. And just like the Lions baseball team, we're still uncertain of who will play if we advance. We do have ideas, but still uncertain.
And you're right. And it looks like their designated hitter will come up there, and he leads off the inning. John McKenzie. And McKenzie back to the pitcher, Huey, to Sears, and there's 1 away. That was easy enough. Now, Huey went 5 against this team, but he did give up 3 runs in that contest.
That's right, and that was all in the first inning. Had 2 hit batters there early, and then a hit by one of the batters from Pikeville. I can't remember who it was. Scored 2 of them, and then that batter scored off of a sac fly. So other than just that slow start, Huey did pitch great in that game.
Yeah, pitched 4 good innings, and that one is in there for a strike. DeMarco Miller, the left fielder, who has some power, and he definitely has some speed. We've seen this young man run before. Here's Huey's second pitch, swinging, strike 2. And this is what Alex wants to do. And this is looking more and more every day like the man that dueled Ryan Weathers right down to the end. 9 innings of scoreless baseball.
That's right, and that was a great game if you were there to watch it. And now we got Weathers, now one of the pitchers for the San Diego Padres organization.
Absolutely. Here's the 0-2 pitch, kind of a waste pitch up high to tempt him. And, of course, we want to say hello. I'm sure he switched since he knows Alex is on the mound. Mo Grimes, the old retired sports writer up in Columbia, Tennessee, always watches this young man. Just missing on the 1-2 pitch to make it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Man, that was close.
That was the closest one, yeah. That was one of them 50-50 calls right there. But
we're ready with Huey. Oh, it had to get him up. Yes, they're going to ring him up. You have to on that one. A strikeout, and I've got 3 on the day for Alex Huey.
That's right.
And that brings up Ryan Albers. Albers playing third base today.
And Albers has a 182 batting average coming into this game.
182, and boy, Huey's pumping those strikes in there. There's another one.
He is doing outstanding here today to start out, and that's what we need here in this first game. You always want to take game 1, Coach, in a best-of-3 series.
I'm behind a pitch or 2 with the DAC stats, but 13 strikes and 19 total pitches. That would make it. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He swings. It gets away from Simpson. Can he get the ball to first in time? No, he's safe. So you have the strikeout, but you also have, and we'll have to check for the official ruling whether it was pass ball or wild pitch on that one. You have the strikeout, and the runner gets to first, and that will bring up Zach Hill here in the top of the second. Hill, the catcher. He's had a runner on in each inning. That one a little high to Hill.
And Hill this season, a 231 batting average, has been able to get a total of 1 RBI and 13 at-bats, so not a lot of playing time for Hill this season.
Yeah, swinging strike 1, 1-1. He hits right-handed. Of course, those right-handed. He is the catcher. .510, 150, kind of thin as a catcher. Usually catchers have a little more weight, but very active behind the plate. The 1-1 pitch is swinging, strike 2. And Huey would like to end this inning here. Thought he had it ended, and the ball did get away. A little more room between home plate and the backstop here than at the softball field. The 1-2 pitch from Huey. Missing for 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner at first for the Pikeville Bears. Sano may be shading a little bit to right, but he also is trying to avoid where the pitcher blocks your view. The 2-2 pitch hit to right field. Coming on is Riley Perks. He does not get there. The ball falls, and the runner will go all the way to third and fielded by McCall. So now Pikeville has a little something going. That's what happens when you make a mistake and let that runner get on. So you got runners at first and third.
And they are going to get a courtesy runner on there for Zach Hill, with Hill being the catcher. And I'm trying to pick up this number here for Pikeville.
Jared Kirkman is coming up the plate, and I believe in our last series, and I don't have that sheet in front of me, Kirkman had a couple of hits in that series. No home runs in that series, but he did have a couple of hits. He's got 1 home run, I believe, on the year, hitting .213. And that one is a strike. Really don't want to let the top of the order come up there, because their top of the order can hit the baseball pretty good, and we've allowed the 7 and 8 hitter to get on here after 2 outs. Again, first and third, Huey out of the stretch, comes to the plate. This one hit high but short into the left field area. Dylan Lott goes out, and he'll end the threat right there for the third out of the inning. Shortstop gets it. There were no runs, one hit, and 2 men left on base. So at the end of an inning and a half of play, with Freed-Hardeman coming to bat in the bottom of the second, it's 4-0 Lions. Let's take a timeout on the Freed-Hardeman Sports Network.
My name is Clay Leonard. I preach for the Church of Christ in Paris, Kentucky, and I'm a student in the Graduate School of Theology at Freed-Hardeman. I think the quality of scholarship at Freed-Hardeman, as well as the camaraderie that is shared between the students and the professors, sets Freed-Hardeman apart. I'm already using my degree in so many ways as I preach, and I hope that it will continue to challenge me to be the best student that I can and the best preacher that I can.
Four to nothing, the Lions lead coming to bat here in the bottom of the second. It looks like Dylan Lott, the number 9 hitter, but a good hitter. He's a good contact man, will lead off for us. Then the top of the order.
That's right, and like you said, last inning it was just a great start to get the bats rolling, and hopefully we'll be looking to do the same here in the next inning, or this inning as well, and as well, hopefully throughout the rest of the game, Coach.
Yeah, we'd like to put the run. Matter of fact, we would really love it if we could get the 10-run lead. Any team would, and keep this one to a 7-inning contest since we've got to come back and play tomorrow. Wearing number 1, hitting right-handed, Dylan Lott, batting .235, 6 home runs on the year with 20 RBIs and a .327 on-base percentage. And, of course, the outfield will play him straight away. Center fielder in just a little bit, and that one awfully close. Tell you what, he could only have missed his uniform there in the front by millimicron. Dylan, a sharp fielder. He'll be a Marine officer when he finishes his baseball season. That one a swinging strike, evens the count at 1-1. OCS school and graduated from Freed-Hardeman.
That is an accomplishment right there, Coach. I will say that.
Impressive. Oh, the short curveball there got him for 1 ball, 2 strike count. Nolan Fernandez on the mound. He has already lasted longer than he did in the first game.
Well, this isn't Fernandez, is it? This is.
Oh, they have changed already.
This is
yes,
different.
This is number 10 for them, and a strikeout. I let them slip one in on me. This is Braxton Ratliff.
And try to get some stats on Ratliff here. A 7.56 ERA this season in 17 games played. And try to give you more stats here throughout the at-bat.
And he's bringing the number 1 with him, the fastball, and he's got a 1-strike count with 1 out on Zach Sanders, who homered his last time up to lead off the game.
Hopefully we can see the same thing happen right here, Coach.
This one's going to be the high hopper to the shortstop. Over to first, and the stretch, and it'll be 2 outs in the inning as Kirkman fired one over there. 6-4 or 6-3, actually, if you're scoring your book for the second out. Brings up Will McCall, who singled and scored back in the first inning. And this game has settled down a little bit. Like I said, Freedwood, interesting thing. And remember, in one of the games, they changed pitchers about every other inning.
That's right, and I believe it was the game with Fernandez that when he played.
Pitch comes inside. Looks like Ratliff throws a lot more fastballs. 1 ball count with 2 outs, no runners on. 1-0 pitch, and that one a strike. Everybody trying to get a look at the new pitcher that came in, Braxton Ratliff. 4-0 lead, 4-0 lead for the Lions. That went outside 2-1. I know that means the way we've done today that we'll see Colton Hunt in one of the games tomorrow. Hopefully we win tonight and only one game tomorrow. There's the big bender, but it was too high as it came across the plate. So the ladies have not finished, but they are well on their way to a win.
That's right. They were, like we said, they were up 6-0 in the top of the fourth.
Drilled, another base hit. Will McCall has come back and gone 2 for 2.
And now we have the big power hitter himself, Josh Sears, coming up.
This young man that's pitching now will either pitch him away or will try to jam him inside. I don't know how many curveballs he'll throw. Now, Fernandez likes to throw the curveball, but also, if you will remember, Josh Sears, if that curveball is the least bit flat, he will lose it for you.
That is right. And softball game still 6-0, Coach.
6-0. Lady softballers leading. They'll be on their way to Columbia, Kentucky, instead of Bowling Green. Men will travel to Bowling Green with 2 wins. That one is outside, trying to throw away so he can't get the power in there. I got news for you. He can hit a home run to right field, too. Runner on first being held on. That's McCall. Glad to see Will back. You hear the crowd. There's the curveball, and that one kind of topped it. And Sears, I can tell what's on his mind. I'd like to see that one again. He said, I'll get it the next time.
He had it in his eyes and on that one that he was going to drive it.
1-1 the count. Freed-Hardeman leading 4-0. Here's the pitch. Well, they called it a strike, so 1-2, and that's what it will be. But that was the same place the other one that wasn't a strike. Anyway, we won't get into that. So it's 1-2 count. Now Sears has to protect the plate. 2 outs in the inning. That one fouled away. Of course, you have to have a little slight uppercut to drive the ball out of here, and that dips your shoulder a little bit, and sometimes you get under a pitch that you like. There remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs. The runner is Will McCall at first. Ratliff on the mound for them. Here's the pitch. The curveball's too high, and they got away, and I think Will hold up because the shortstop hustling over there. He did a good job. I'm not so sure they didn't have Will thrown out then. It would have been where the tag was, don't you think?
It was definitely a good throw by the catcher, but unfortunately, second baseman, believe that is.
Kind of let it hit the nub of his glove there.
That's right. Maynard just could not come up with it and get the tag down. Probably tried to lay the tag down a little bit too early.
Yeah, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner at second. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Sears. He drills it. Will it get out of here? It's going back off the wall. 1 run will score, and Sears will be held to a long, noisy single. But you know what? He got the RBI. 3 feet up, and it's out of here?
If they probably maybe just 1. It was like it wasn't that far from going out.
Hit that one to about the 335 mark on our fence. It says 330, but as you go, that fence gets a little deeper. And a man with a big home run the last time. Bo Simpson, the catcher, is up there. Bo's 1 for 1 today. And you got to like this young man. The interview, all of our young men have been articulate and fun to talk to. Ratliff holding Sears on. Josh really not a threat to steal now.
I don't know.
Well, if he got going, if the big man gets it going now, and he does hustle down the baseline. They're getting a pretty good lead, too. But he's quick on the retreat back to first base.
The 2 stolen bases, that can be a deadly stat right there, Coach.
It could be. and I like the way look at him. He'll ease off a little more here in a minute. Ratliff peering in to get his sign. now comes to the belt. Here's the pitch, and it's outside. He's not giving Bo anything to hit either.
Especially after the home run he hit out to right field in the last inning, Coach.
5-0. The Lions are leading here in the bottom of the second. Ratliff on in relief of Fernandez. Here's the pitch. That one is inside, and Bo will take a walk. And, of course, they'll send a courtesy runner out. And Von Watson advances to the plate.
And that's going to be Kimbrough going in for Bo right there.
And this young man can run. I just don't want him to run over Sears, though. Sears at second after the walk to Simpson.
Sears was really wanting that stolen base right there, Coach.
Yes, he was. You could tell he kept edging off. Von Watson walked his first time up, and he earned the walk. He worked him hard for that walk. They throw the curve to him, and he was trying to pull it to left field, and head kind of got off of it, didn't see it. Von, a very good hitter. He only hitting .295 with 7 home runs.
That's right, and that can be a very deceiving stat here, that batting average, because he can be a deadly hitter when he needs to be.
Here's the pitch, curveball, hit out in the outfield. It's back deep, but I think the center fielder has room right in front of the fence and catches it at about the 388 mark to end the inning. But a long ride, but guess what? We pick up one big run on one hit and no errors. And guess what? At the end of 2, the Lions lead 5-0. We'll take a timeout here on the Freed-Hardeman Sports Network.
Casey Realtors has been serving families in Chester County since June of 1967, when Tommy Casey, owner and broker, started the business in an office on North Church Street in Henderson. Craig Casey joined the business as an affiliate broker and began serving his hometown in December 1979. Though the staff and services have grown over the past 50 years, one thing has remained the same. Casey Realtors has remained committed to improving Chester County through professional service and community involvement.
Chase Animal Hospital is a full-service veterinary hospital which performs well and sick patient exams, hospitalization, surgery, boarding, doggy daycare, and grooming. We are located in Huntsville, Alabama, the Rocket City. We can take care of all dogs and cats as well as some livestock animals. Our current veterinarians on staff are Kevin Crabb, Zach Knight, Elizabeth Harville, and Wesley Clendenin. Visit our website at chaseanimalhospital.com or check us out on Facebook. We look forward to taking care of all your pet's needs.
And we are back ready to play some baseball. Pretty good 2 innings for Huey. The only thing that here in the third, we got the top of their order, Helton, Freeze, and Maynard coming up there. But and we've allowed a base runner each inning and got into a little trouble with that first and third there in the second.
That's right, but luckily we were able to bounce back from that, able to have some resilience there and get the inning over with no runs.
And the first pitch fouled off. Good to hear from David Wade as he texted in, and of course we talked about the slap defense that he put in. Really worked good a while ago and probably working again in this game. Here's the pitch from Huey, driven to right field. It'll be a base hit in this one. It did stay. They said he hit the chalk line, and it's at least 2. And Perks comes up, hits the cutoff man, Sanders, and of course you don't see the chalk fly up because it's painted on there. And makes a difference. We had one that the chalk made it easy to tell what it was. So a leadoff double for Noah Helton, and that brings up Tyler Freeze, who's 0 for 1.
And don't see any action going on in the Freed bullpen. Of course, can't see the Pikeville bullpen from here. Not
all of it enough, but they have had a young man throwing again down there. There's the bunt, and it's a dandy. We may not get anybody out of this, and we don't. It's a base hit. We had where the pitcher has to cover the third baseline, McCall covering third, and so now with no outs, they're in business with first and third, and that brings up Tyler Maynard, who's one of their better hitters, hits third. He also, like I said, in that first series with him, he had a big home run.
That's right. And I think the Lions might be going, go ahead, try to get the double play. We'll give up a run right now.
What you really want is the strikeout here and then come back and get your double play. And a strike. Huey's been in these situations before. The young man has pitched well. He's gotten better as the season rolls on. The arm is feeling much better. 5-0 the lead. Huey ready with the 0-1 pitch, checks the runner, goes to first on the pickoff move, and he had the man diving back in there. And the hitter is number 7, Tyler Maynard, the second baseman, going against Alex Huey, who also wears number 7. Here's the pitch, a swinging strike 2. Now let's see if, here's the good one for you. Michael, which one do you decide? Do you tease him or do you go after him?
For the 0-2 count, I would try to tease him. You can afford a ball right here, so I would go for the tease right here.
Okay, no balls, 2 strikes, no outs though in the inning. First and third, and it's fouled off. Third base coach for Pikeville will pick it up. They'll toss it over the dugout. Alex gets a new baseball from the home plate umpire. Again, we'll do the 2-strike pitch again, but again, remember, no outs and runners at first and third. To the plate, and that is big. Strikeout for the first out of the inning. And I've got 4th strikeout.
No, I believe I'll have that as the 5th one, Coach.
Is that the 5th one? You are right. It is the 5th one. I didn't miss the 5th strikeout because of the one that they didn't catch. It still counts as a strikeout. Unfortunately, the runner did advance to first. Brings up Bello. This one coming in is Perks. They'll tag and they hold him up because we'll tell you what, a bullet to the plate. As Reverend Voigtman, who used to umpire in Jackson, would say, if the man had tried to come from third, you would have been a dead duck. Only Reverend Voigtman, when you slid in, would get his finger and bounce it along about 5 inches from your face and say, son, you're a dead duck. He also called college baseball in the NCAA some too, and nobody ever stopped him to do that. 2 big outs now with runners on first and third. And there's a strike. And I'm going to be honest with you, Alex Huey has, when he needs a strike, he has been good at that.
That's right. And I believe one thing in that state championship game, of course, a while back in 2018, pitch count was sort of high, but when he needed to get a strike, he got one, Coach.
And you brought out something a while ago. He did hit 2 batters. He hit 1 today. And a swinging strike gets away, and the runner's probably going to score because it went just far enough away that we couldn't have played that one. So now the lead is down to 5-1. And the runner advances from first to second. Freeze is now at second. And that puts him in scoring position. Count is no balls, 2 strikes to the hitter. That's John McKenzie, the designated hitter. McKenzie is a very strong young man. Here's the pitch. And that one, Bo Simpson blocks him. And the umpire at first says he didn't go around. I didn't think he did either, but good thing to ask. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Big pitch coming up here. Still takes a grand slam to tie this ball game up, but you don't want to let them inch closer. It's a great shot by Worthy Road Studios of the hitter, catcher, runner, and the pitcher, and fouling it off. And a good move by the umpire. He kind of takes it out there and gives everybody a chance to shake off that one.
And I believe that might be something that they now teach, I guess, in the umpire training or whatever they do now for the NAIA and NCAA.
And it should be. And he checked to make sure Boyd shook all the cobwebs out then, too. You see the picture of Huey, the runner, the two of the umpires, the hitter and the catcher. And this one, it's hit a long way, but he's so far out in front of it, it will be foul several times. And somebody says, what in the world, Coach, you talking about several times? It went that far foul.
It was a good turn by McKenzie, just unfortunately a little bit too far and a little bit too far outside the foul poles.
We'll do the 1-2 pitch again with 2 outs and that runner at second. Here's the pitch. And the umpire at first says he didn't go around. 2-2. Oh, we would have loved to have had that one.
Ooh, that was a good one right there. I thought he got McKenzie to go right there, but unfortunately couldn't convince the umpire of that.
Yeah, we should have sent him a telegram or a text or something. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner at second. Huey checks the runner at second, comes to the plate with it. That's it. Yes, that has to be. I'll call that one early. That ends the inning, but they picked up 1 run on 2 hits, left 1 on base, and the score at the end of 2 1/2 innings of play, Freed-Hardeman 5 and Pikeville 1. We'll take a timeout here on the Freed-Hardeman Sports Network.
Residential or commercial, you can rely on West 10 Fence for complete fencing services. We put over 50 years of experience to work for you building, mending, and maintaining fences and gates. From chain link and barbed wire to wooden, vinyl, ornamental iron, and beautiful wrought iron, whether you want a fence for beauty, privacy, or security, we've got you covered. Just call and ask for a free estimate.
Back here for the bottom of the third at Carnes Field at Freed-Hardeman. We're in tournament, Mid-South Conference Tournament Baseball. Coach Joe Holloway along with Michael. And Michael, we'll have to judge how long this game is going to go. Michael's going to probably do 3 innings of work. Michael Mullenix, the great color man here for Freed-Hardeman. And, of course, Paul Schultze and the Worthy Road Studios crew working hard here. Multiple cameras used. You can get Worthy Road Studios for church services, for weddings, funerals, all kinds of sporting events. And there are many other things we'll tell you about at Worthy Road Studios. They bring you Freed-Hardeman baseball on the Freed-Hardeman Network. Here's the first pitch by Ratliff. Braxton Ratliff's first pitch is a ball. So they've left him in for 2 innings, but their pattern was about every other inning. Now, if we don't score any off this young man, they'll probably leave him because last series they overtaxed their bullpen.
That's right. And, did have a good inning. I mean, had 3 batters where didn't turn out the way he hoped. Had 2 singles and a walk, but other than that, had a great inning by Ratliff.
Yeah, Don Pisano at the plate with a 1-1 count on him. Playing center field today. He can play all 3 outfield position. He runs the count to 2-1. Love to get him on any way we can because he can run like a deer.
That is right. And thought we might have had some action going on in the Freed bullpen, but I don't think we do. I think it was just some goofing off down there.
This one, the high hopper and a nice scoop toss to the pitcher covering, and that's the way you do it. You practice it. So 1 out in the inning on a 3-1. That's the first baseman Bello to the pitcher Ratliff, and that brings up Christian Busby, who's playing left field today. Christian 0 for 1 in the contest. Now he hit against Fernandez, so he'll want to get a look here at Braxton Ratliff.
Definitely be looking to change the result of his last at bat.
And he went to bunt, and it looks like I did not see a signal. So it must be a ball. I know he offered at it, and it went down, but according to what we've been given, 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch is the curveball, and that one's a strike. And you know, this umpire very demonstrative when he calls one.
That is right.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Christian Busby, the right-handed hitter at the plate. Ratliff's 1-1 pitch on the way, and it's high. If that was Bob Euchre, he would have said just a little bit high. But again, you got to watch the movie Major League sometime. Go back if you haven't rented it, do so. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that one fouled off, evens the count, and dugout action over there. People hopping around. Reminds you that if you want to talk about advertising next year, Freed-Hardeman, call Paul Schultz at Worthy Road Studios. We're going to be covering all kinds of things, some soccer next year, more volleyball, and we'll be here for more games next year.
And hopefully volleyball will be in the fall this next season.
And that one is sky high. It's going to be in the ballpark, definitely. The center fielder gets under it. He ate a box of popcorn before it came down for the second out. Score that for the second out, F8. Center fielder, Freeze, doing the job. And that brings up Riley Perks, who grounded out to the third baseman on a big hopper his last time up. And this inning, Braxton Ratliff has had control.
That is right.
He's in charge, and we're not getting much done.
And hopefully Riley Perks can change that. Hopefully he can get one back to his hometown in Canada, Coach. And he was swinging for it right there.
He was, dipped under the shoulder. And, again, you have a slight uppercut to drive the ball, but you also have to watch dipping that shoulder too much, and you'll swing under the ball.
Well, hometown in Canada, not of Canada.
And our producer director is teasing with us. He's a good guy. That's the reason we like him, I guess. No, Paul Schultz is one of the best. You ought to see his camera work, too. And, again, folks, Worthy Road Studios flat with the multiple camera setup can do the job for you. 2 strikes the count with 2 outs. Ratliff's pitch on the way, and that one is going to be popped up. It'll be in between. Let's see who takes charge. And it fell. They couldn't judge who got it. And I'm going to tell you what right now. I feel for the left fielder, Miller, because he is playing one of the toughest sun fields there is out there.
That's right. And now we got the Marine Dylan Lott. Struck out his last time, but hopefully be looking to change that result here as he goes up against a different pitcher. Now I believe struck out against Ratliff last time.
Yeah, I just heard on my text line from my friend Joe Gracie, who is a 22-year Marine, and he says to tell Dylan Lott Semper Fi, and all Marines know what that means. Here's the pitch and a strike. Got that one right over the inside corner, right under his armpits, and he would have been too tied up to have hit that one anyway.
That's right, and he is playing up in the batter's box, close to the plate.
Yeah, really hugging that area up there. 0-1 pitch about to come from Ratliff. And it's the curveball, gets away. And this one could be, if Perks holds up, I don't know.
Maybe could have gotten there.
Riley may want to get me after this one. I may have to have me a foot race between Sears and Perks.
That might be a good one to watch. That could be one of the events this year at the Olympics.
Hey, that could be a special match race right there.
That is right. Definitely be interesting to watch. That'll be for certain.
0-2 count with a runner in scoring position. And I'm not trying to call the game, but I might come back with the curveball, although this young man, Ratliff, has been masterful with his fastball pretty much. And when that curveball does break, it has done the trick for him. 0-2 count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it's outside. That one a little flatter, and it went down to the ground in a hurry, too. Base hit here will plate one. I believe Perks has got enough speed where the outfield is playing. He's got the kind of speed he can score from where he is. He'll be running with 2 outs anyway on a crack of the bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ratliff checks the runner. Checks him a second time and now comes to the plate, and it is way outside. And give the catcher a lot of credit, Hill, for getting that one.
That was a good snag there by Noah. I done forgot his name. No, Zach Hill. I wanted to say Noah Hill for a minute, but
we have had a Noah Hill play against us this year. So the deuces are wild as far as the count and the outs. Only one runner on, though. Ratliff looking hard inside. He's got what he wants now. Checks that runner. And outside for 3-2. No merry-go-round because there's nobody on first. But again, the crack of the bat, and I guarantee you Riley Perks will be digging for home plate.
That is right.
He wanted to go to third there on that pass ball for 2 stolen bases, but
Unfortunately couldn't get that.
The 3-2 pitch on the way. Popped up foul. Guess what? We get to do it again. And there is action in the bullpen of Pikeville. And I believe there is somebody throwing in our bullpen.
I believe that might be Coach Estes' son down there actually throwing.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw he's wearing a blue jersey. Tell you what, he's got some movement on the fastball, though, down there. The 3-2 pitch again. Fouled off. We'll do it one more time. It's bad grammar, don't use it, but I have a broadcasting friend that says one more again when it does that. Do not use that. Your English teachers will fail you. I would fail you if you were in my class if you said one more again. Anyway, 3-2. 2 strikes is the important thing. 2 outs, and that runner on second. Got to protect that plate. This one is popped up sky high. It won't be very deep. It'll be in the outfield. The right fielder comes on, and making the catch is Helton to end the inning. And we picked up no runs. We did have the 1 hit and 1 man left on base. The score at the end of 3 innings of play, 5-1. The Lions lead the Bears. Let's take a timeout on the Freed-Hardeman Sports Network.
If you want to invest in cabinetry and need a locally owned and operated company you can trust, choose Kitchens by Design. In business since 2002, our locally owned and operated company has a track record of providing precision work. Serving both residential and commercial clients, we're your one-stop shop providing quality work for all types of projects, including kitchens, bathrooms, additions, new construction, and more. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
And we are back here waiting for the start of the 4th inning. And it looks like they'll send up DeMarco Miller, the left fielder, Ryan Albers, the third baseman, and Zach Hill, the catcher, who has gotten pretty good work out. Michael Huey has done a pretty good job, except the strikeout that got away, and I don't really know who made the error, whether the pitch was where it wasn't catchable or what. That hurt, and then they got a big double, and that bunt the young man laid down, Freeze, was wonderful.
That's right, and that was just good baseball right there by Pikeville. There's nothing you could really do to stop that if you're Freed-Hardeman.
Now, DeMarco Miller, the left fielder, 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. He will be pitching out of the full windup, and that one is outside. Didn't look like he released it where he would have liked to. We have 7 hits, they have 3, but the big thing is we have 5 runs. There's a swinging strike. Evans count at 1-1. And, of course, we've got a couple of home runs. Simpson and Sanders with home runs. Here's the pitch. Popped up and now fighting the sun. Busby comes on and gets it. And I admire either team's left fielder who makes catches out there.
That is right, Coach.
Ryan Albers, wearing number 32, comes to the plate, and we probably got at least one more inning of. The trees are not ready to block it off. Now, the infield grass is covered with the shade right now. No, I didn't say we were throwing shade at anybody. I said it's covered with shade. I'm going to stop. Some of my friends like to send crazy texts. They watch a lot of Freed-Hardeman sports. It's become very popular over the area. We've got the Sticklers in Gatlinburg watching today. Here's the pitch. Oh, man, what a fastball. That one had movement, everything. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Albers, the hitter. Here he winds and fires. And another strike. So he's looking tough, Michael.
I wanted to see what the speed on that one was. I don't know if we got the radar gun down there or
Next year, you remind me, I'm going to find my radar gun. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just a little low. Bo had to kind of block it. It looked close, but now if you're down there where the umpire is, he had the best look. And it's 2-2. Huey wants him on this pitch, and it's on the way. He got him.
Good pitch there by Huey. That's number 7 today.
And that one, I got to put the C on there. Some people turn their K backwards. I bet you are a backwards K guy.
I'm a backwards K guy.
Okay. I like because I want to remind myself that they got caught looking. And that's the reason for the C. One time when I was younger and wrote faster, I used CL for caught looking. But now I just put the C. Fouled off on the first pitch. And this is Zach Hill, young man catching today. And he's had a pretty good workout. Wears number 14. Seemed like a very personable young man when I met him or just said a few words to him in the last series when they were here.
And he had a single in his last at bat, I believe, ruined the.
Now that one hit him. Now the only question is, and I think they're going to call foul, is whether he was out of the box or in the box. If he was out of the box, he was out. In the box, it's a foul ball.
I believe they're going to say he's in the box, considering he is being brought back.
Yep. And he has now an no ball, 2-strike count with 2 outs. And you really would like to get this gentleman so the 9th place hitter Kirkman would lead off the inning for Pikeville when they come back. And this is a big pitch. He may tease him on this one. No, he came in after him, and Kirkman, or actually Hill said, I can hit that. But he fouled it off. So we'll do the no ball, 2-strike pitch again. 2 outs, everybody straight away. Pisano trying to get a little edge looking around. You can see him trying to look around the pitcher a little bit. The 0-2 pitch, swinging, strike 3, and he's going to run to first, but I thought he caught it clean, but they say he had to throw it to first. But it doesn't matter. Guess what? 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base.
That is right, Coach.
And the Freed-Hardeman still leads 5-1 as we take a timeout on the Freed-Hardeman Sports Network. And we are back for the bottom of the 4th, and we've got Michael checking the new pitcher.
And new pitcher is Ty Crowell. I'm not sure how you pronounce this young man's name. He's a right-handed pitcher, freshman from Mount Crab, Ohio, coming from Western Brown High School in Mount Crab. So get to see Crowell for the first time. Since they played Freed, Crowell has appeared in 17 games with a 1-1 record, 9.82 ERA over 18 and 1/3 inning pitched.
Now, I believe that their coach the last time he was here told me this young man is Crowell.
Crowell, okay.
I could be wrong, and I apologize if I am. We didn't get a chance. I did softball earlier with Ray Pack, who will be over here sometime with the official stuff on the girls game. But back to the top of the order, Zach Sanders, who homered to open up the game. He's 1 for 2. He'll be followed by Will McCall, the third baseman, and Josh Sears, the first baseman. Need a big inning here, Michael.
That is right. And speaking of big inning, Lady Lions just went up 8-0 on Shawnee State, and I believe that could be the end of the game right there. Possibility.
What inning were they
It's the 6th inning. So
No, they got to have 10.
Got to have 10?
Got to have 10. 1 ball, no strike to count, as Zach Sanders, a very dangerous hitter. And like I said, he led this contest off with a home run. And this one's up in the air, but this one's going to stay in the ballpark. It'll push the center fielder back, and he's about 2 feet in front of the fence for the first out. So Zach giving us some long ball today.
That is right, Coach. And now that's going to bring up Will McCall, who is 2 for 2 today in his return game back here to Carnes Field. And he'll try to make it 3 for 3 and maybe get an RBI in as well.
And Will is capable. In that series when he came back, he had 1 home run in that 3-game series. Swinging, I think, right now, working on hitting the baseball, though. And a nice pitch there by the pitcher, Crowell. Strike 1, the count. Paul is very good at that. I've been good up until this inning, Paul. Paul got our parabolic mic on because it's fun to hear what some of the fans have to say down there. Sometimes you even get to hear the umpire. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The number 2 hitter on the team, or in the batting order, Will McCall up there. He also played at Columbia Academy just like Alex Huey. And I know Mo is watching and he cheers for everybody on Freed-Hardeman, but obviously he likes those 2 young men quite a bit.
That's right, and we have a lot of athletes here on Freed-Hardeman's athletic program from not just Columbia Academy, but the whole county in Murray County.
Got some from Summertown also over in the next county too.
That's right, and of course Summertown is actually part of 3 counties, but the school is based in Lawrence County.
It is. 2-1 pitch on the way. That one high for 3-1, so McCall now can be a little more selective and wait for a pitch that he wants to hit. I don't see any action in their bullpen, so this young man probably will go 2 innings. The pitch grounded, making it 3 balls, 2 strikes now. It's grounded foul. And we look down our way. I'm not sure there's any action either. I'm like you. I think that's coach's son down there throwing.
Could he possibly be the relief pitcher for today?
I don't know. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Will it get out of play? I see Bello drifting over. It's going to stay in play. Bello makes the catch for the second out. And the easiest way to pitch Josh Sears is coming up. What you do is you pitch to him with nobody on, and if you walk him, doesn't hurt, and you don't have to throw him anything good, and you hope that he'll get tempted and go for a bad pitch.
That's right. Sears almost had a home run in his last at bat.
Yeah, I thought he was going to drill a hole in the wall with that.
That's
one.
right.
Here's the pitch to Josh Sears, and it's a curveball, and I thought that was the way they would start him out. So a no ball, 1 strike count. Let's see if he comes back with a second curveball. This is Ty Crowell, the pitcher. Crowell, I guess. It was a curve, and you can kiss this one goodbye. It broke, and it got hit so far. It's out of here. Home run, Josh Sears. You can only do that to the big man so many times.
That's right.
We need a new baseball, Mr. Wilson, and we play with Wilson baseballs. And he gets to wear the hat. That's the 3rd home run in the game for Freed-Hardeman. And Sears very thankful for it, and it brings up his buddy Bo Simpson, who already has a home run, and we're back up 6-1. That's a good thing.
And like you said, we need 10 runs by the 7th inning to end the game.
Well, we'll have to have 11, though, to have a 10-run
that's right.
lead.
10-run lead, 11 runs for us right now.
It's going to be up to you in the 5th to get us some of those. This inning's not over.
I definitely will try.
There's the pitch, comes inside, a little, not really true chin music, but it was high and at the chin a little bit. 1 ball, the count. Crawl on the mound. That one is a number, and the shortstop's going to take it off the bat to end the inning. But we pick up one big run on one mighty big hit, and the score at the end of 4, Freed-Hardeman 6 and Pikeville 1. Let's take that time out on the FHU Sports Network.
My name is Clay Leonard. I preach for the Church of Christ in Paris, Kentucky, and I'm a student in the Graduate School of Theology at Freed-Hardeman. I think the quality of scholarship at Freed-Hardeman, as well as the camaraderie that is shared between the students and the professors, sets Freed-Hardeman apart. I'm already using my degree in so many ways as I preach, and I hope that it will continue to challenge me to be the best student that I can and the best preacher that I can.
And we are back here on the Freed-Hardeman University Sports Network. Freed-Hardeman leads 6-1 here, going into the top of the 5th. Big inning. Got able to get one run in that last inning by Josh Sears, sending it over the left field fence. I don't even know how far that would have gone, Coach. That may have been, what, 380?
Maybe the base of the trees kind of got in the way of it a little bit out there.
That's right. And I believe the track and field and cross country program, I believe they have a little practice field sort of in that general area. But this is Alex Huey still on the mound, coming in for his 5th inning, and he'll be facing Jared Kirkman. And I believe Jared Kirkman from the state of Tennessee played high school in the Memphis area. And we'll try to pick up where he last played. I believe he last played at Southwest Community
College. Yeah,
that's
where he played.
That is right, Southwest Tennessee. He is a junior this year. Here's the pitch from Huey, and is able to get it in there for strike number 1.
He has thrown, and I will check his strike-pitch ratio. Good job by Alex Huey, and I know we remind you of it a lot, but I saw it. It was a classic battle.
That's right, and that next one misses high for ball number 1, and evens the count up here.
He and Ryan Myers, and you've seen Myers beat the Dodgers the other night, or at least started off good. I don't know if he got the win in that one.
He did start off good. Wasn't sure. I have to check with my buddy. He's a big Padres fan. That one hit over to the second baseman, Sanders. Sanders fields it over to Sears in time for out number 1.
And that's a big out because now you got the top of the order coming up with nobody on.
That's right. Noah Helton has proven to be a dominant force. Got a double in his last at bat. And we'll be looking to repeat that, but Huey will be looking to change it 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. I do have one out now, nobody on. Here's the pitch. And gets him swinging in the dirt for ball number 1.
And Huey, as long as he can throw strikes, and to be honest with you, it would really help our pitching staff if he could go at least 7 today. That's what he did against Martin Methodist.
That's right. Not sure who will go tomorrow, but here's the pitch from Huey. And gets that one high, but still gets Helton swinging for strike number 2.
Oh, I'm betting money on if we have to have 2 games that Colton Hunt will get one of the starts.
That's right. It'll definitely be Colton Hunt probably in one of them, but we'll try to figure out here in a second. Here's the pitch, and that one popped up, and I think that's going to be over here next to the Martha Lewis Pavilion. Might have gotten over to Russo Intramural Field.
Tell you what, still waiting some word on the status of Jacob Sawyer's injury.
That's right. I did see him dressed out, but don't know if he'll play in this series, and time called by the batter. (0-2) count here with 1 out. 6-1 Freed-Hardeman here in the top of the 5th inning. Here comes the pitch from Huey. And, ooh, just missed there.
That was one of those dotted line misses, just on the wrong side of the dotted line. And, of course, Alex Huey from Chapel Hill, Tennessee, but played at Columbia Academy.
That's right. And with a 1-2 count, here's the pitch. And Helton gets a liner out to center field. And off the right center field wall. Perks going to try to get it in, and nice throw by Perks, but that's going to go down as another double today for Noah Helton.
And that young man 2 for 3 now, and he's done what he's supposed to do in that leadoff position.
Up to bat, number 1, Tyler Freys.
And now here we go with Tyler Freeze. Has 1 out with 1 on. And Huey going to go from the stretch here. Here's the pitch. And gets it right down Main Street right there with strike number 1.
Yeah, Freeze is 1 for 2 today. He had a single back in the 3rd.
That is right. And Huey will be looking to change that. He's one of the strikeout victims today as well by Huey. Here's the pitch. And gets him swinging on that for strike number 2. 0-2 count now here with 1 out. 1 runner on. The runner is Noah Helton. He is on second base. And 0-2 count. Like we said, here comes the pitch. And gets him swinging for strike number 3.
Big strikeout for the second out in this inning, too.
That's right, and I believe that is strikeout number 9, Coach. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he had 8 count. Yeah, that will be strikeout number 9.
9 Ks for Alex Huey, and wants to teach, coach, or do real estate one day.
That is right, and I believe he can do all of that, Coach. Here's the pitch, and just missed inside for ball number 1.
Now, I don't know down in our bullpen if it was a mechanics lesson down there with the pitcher. The youngster has sit down and they had going over some mechanics of pitching down there with one of our players.
That's right. Huey again from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be sent over to right field, but it'll sail over the bullpen and will go down as a foul ball. And now puts the count at 1-1.
They give the bullpen a little action of a different kind down there. Of course, the bullpen looking kind of thin because they're already going through some pitchers, and I'm sure there's 1 or 2 pitchers sitting in the dugout too.
That's right. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch, and gets free swing or Maynard swinging. Sanders over to Sears in time for out number 3. And just like that, Pikeville able to get 1 hit off of a Noah Helton double, but they leave that runner on and allow no runs. And we'll be back here on the Freed-Hardeman University Sports Network with Freed-Hardeman up to bat.
Casey Realtors has been serving families in Chester County since June of 1967, when Tommy Casey, owner and broker, started the business in an office on North Church Street in Henderson. Craig Casey joined the business as an affiliate broker and began serving his hometown in December 1979. Though the staff and services have grown over the past 50 years, one thing has remained the same. Casey Realtors has remained committed to improving Chester County through professional service and community involvement.
And we are back here on the Freed-Hardeman University Sports Network. Freed-Hardeman able to hold Pikeville there again and keeps the lead now at 6-1. And they will be up now with, I believe, Vaughn Watson. And Vaughn's been able to reach once today on a walk and flew out in his last at bat. That was in the second inning, so he'll be looking to get a base hit down as he is 0-1 or 0 for 1 here in this game, Coach.
Yeah, fly to the center fielder. Vaughn's still trying to round back in shape. You know, he had a pretty good rib area injury. We were here at that game.
That's right. And I believe they called it a strain.
Yeah, strain muscle there in the abdominal area.
Yeah. And got to talk to one of the people that was working at that game, and they said luckily he will be expected to continue to play through the season, and that one sneaks in there for strike number 1.
Yeah, that was kind of a sneaky curveball then.
That's right, and this is Crowell still up at the plate. The 0-1 count, here comes the pitch. And that one going to hit Watson.
I'm going to give Vaughn Watson a Purple Heart because that's about the 5th time we've seen him hit here at home.
That's right. And now that brings up Don Pisano, the Minister of Defense, and he'll be looking to add some offense into that little name right there. And you said Vaughn Watson with the Purple Heart. Wonder if get that awarded by Dylan Lott too.
Yeah, Dylan Lott gets hit quite a few times too. And Watson is a threat to run. Not a major threat, but he can run.
That's right. Here's from the stretch. Pisano tries to lay down the bunt, but misses for strike number 1.
I don't think Dom agreed with the umpire. He handled it nicely, but
yeah, don't believe he did, but able to hold his composure. And an 0-1 count. Watson on first. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th. You got crowd going from the windup. Third baseman playing up a little bit. Here's the pitch. And that one outside for ball number 1.
Now, I was handed a note earlier that there may be, and we want to say, hey, they didn't say who it was, but there may be some of his relatives or friends watching in California today. They just said that we'll have an audience with a couple of people from California.
And would like to welcome all those who are tuning in, especially like we just said, the ones from California. Here's the pitch. Pisano able to lay down the bunt. Pisano has a chance to get there and just beat him to the bag. And we might have to look at a replay on that one here in just a little bit.
It was close.
It was a close one. Pisano hustled on that one.
And usually ties go to the runner, but that's a sack bunt, though.
That's right. That will advance Watson. And now that brings up Christian Busby. And Busby 0 for 2 today on a strikeout and a fly out. Now he will be looking to hit it out anywhere that he possibly can, whether it be to the outfield or just a plain old good home run, Coach. We've had 3 of them today, and it's not going to hurt any of our feelings if we make it 4.
Yeah, well, I'm not greedy today. I'll take a base hit from Christian. Want to see him get back in his groove. A very fine young man, like I said, plays some great defense out there.
That is right. And first and third playing up, second and short at the second base bag, and that one able to be blocked up by, I keep wanting to say Noah Hill, Zach Hill.
This is Zach this time, and good job by him. Good base running by Watson, not making the jump. You know, a lot of people go when they see it bounce around.
That's right. And now it's a 1-0 count.
And we're talking food here in the press box.
I heard some food. I'm kind of got interested there. Here's the pitch. And that one swung on by Busby, evens the count up at 1-1. And deuces aren't wild, but the singles are wild here.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on.
Christian knows he swung a little under it and pulled his head out then. Let's see if he can make this, see him do the head, and he will try to make the adjustment because this young man can drive it if he can not swing under it.
That's right. And here's the pitch. And I thought that might have tipped him right there, but I guess not.
I thought he had gotten a shave then. And
we'll be right here with Busby with a 2-1 count, 1 out. This is the bottom of the 5th inning. 6-1 lead here for Freed-Hardeman. Doesn't look like any action going on in either bullpen. Might have some in Pikeville here in just a little bit. From the stretch, here's Crowell, and Busby turns on that one. And
well, I told you he could drive it. He just got out in front.
Drove it just over the wrong fence, and the fans over there just had to duck before getting hit. And it is a 6-1 lead still with a 2-2 count with 1 out. And Crowell is going to come from the stretch here. Here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball number 3.
Boy, Vaughn Watson doing some real acting down there. He made everybody think he was going then.
That is right. And I thought he was going. I was about to say Vaughn Watson on the way to third.
There's 1 out, and Watson getting a nice lead.
And, of course, we did say Watson is a threat to steal. And
former football player, too.
That is right, and former draft pick as well.
Yeah, right out of high school. He played at Lipscomb.
And Busby calling time right there, and smart play. Crowd did wait a little bit too long there.
Before somebody thinks I said the wrong thing, played high school at Potts Camp and played some baseball at Lipscomb before transferring here.
That's right. And no stranger to competition. Lipscomb, part of the Atlantic Sun. A lot of good baseball competition up there. And 6-1 lead here for Freed-Hardeman. Full count now for Busby. And here's the pitch. And that one misses high for ball number 4, and Busby will take his base.
And that walks him, and now we got runners at first and second with only one out. And striding up to the plate will be Riley Perks, who had a single his last time up. He is 1 for 2 on the contest.
And Freed-Hardeman with a 6-1 lead here will be looking to get back here on the scoreboard. Was able to get on it last time with a series home run, but Perks will be definitely looking to extend that lead and hopefully get a run rule here today, Coach. And Perks turns on that one. That looks like it could be going out to the parking lot, but I believe me and you both parked further away.
Oh, way away. Riley does have one home run, has home run power. This would be a nice time for the young man to turn on one and use that 315 down the right field line.
That is right. And of course, the 330, it's 330 to the left field, so right field will definitely be a whole lot easier to get over. And here comes Crowell in position. Here's the pitch. And Watson stole on that one, and he's able to get there, and Busby was able to get to second.
I'm going to give them their stolen base. That's a nice double steal, even if it was bounced in the ground. They had that stolen anyway. Stole that on the pitcher.
That is right.
Boy, base hit here means two at the depth that the outfield is playing, because you got two good runners on there. Not sure if Christian Busby's back at 100%, but he has good speed when he is.
And infield is up.
Yeah, so they got to cut runs off now.
That one misses outside for ball number 2. 2-1 count now with one out here in the bottom of the 5th. And he's going to get a visit from the catcher. And I'm going to try to calm him down just a little bit.
And I've got to ask you, did you get to make an order with Summer, or do you need to?
Might need to make an order real quick.
Okay. You might holler at her, and I'll do a little bit while we're exchanging baseballs. Getting a lot of new white apples out there. Riley Perks with a 2-1 count, one out. 2 runners on. That's at second, third. The infield is drawn in. Outfield is at normal depth and straight away. Perks, the left-handed hitter, who is hitting .296 with 14 RBIs and a .427 on-base percentage. The pitch, and it's a strike, so it's 2-2.
And we got one out here, and begin the 5th inning. And 2-2, like I said, 2-2 count, one out. Infield is up. Here's the pitch. And Perks gets that one to the outfield. And that'll score Watson. And Busby gonna get third. And he does, and Watson scores. And now that brings the score 7-1. Freed-Hardeman here in the bottom of the 5th. Good contact hit there by Riley Perks. And now that's going to bring up Dylan Lott, who is 0 for 2 today. But he has an opportunity here to get Busby home.
2 outs in the inning, but yeah, we got a runner in scoring position. Pass ball, wild pitch can score him, an error, all kinds of good ways to get a runner home.
And of course, 1 runner on, 2 outs, 7-1 lead. Here's the pitch. And that one misses high for ball number 1.
Interesting pitch placement then. No, I'm not saying he wasn't throwing at him, but I'm not so sure I wouldn't have worked him away on the first pitch and then come back in and thrown inside.
And Lott connects on that one. That one scooped up by the shortstop. And Lott gets there in time, and that will go down as a base hit. And that scores Christian Busby, and now the score is 8-1, Freed-Hardeman.
Good effort by that shortstop, Kirkman, as that one got by the third baseman. He made a strong throw, but Dylan Lott hustling down the line made that safe. We've still got a runner on base with the top of the order coming up in the fifth.
And now Zach Sanders, who has had one home run, has gotten a fly out and a ground out, will be looking to get another base hit here, and that will extend the inning, hopefully. Crowd from the windup, or stretch, here's the pitch. Sneaks in there for strike number 1.
And Sanders kind of looking that one over, looked back a little bit, the umpire. But it was probably right over that inside corner, as you see Zach kind of scoots in on top of the plate sometimes.
That's right. Now we do have some action going on in the bullpen for Pikeville. So we'll see who that is here in just a little bit. Here's the pitch. And Lott stealing on that one. And they get him out. And that was a questionable one right there. And Coach Estes will go out there and talk to the umpire.
Well, he may be going. I wonder if somebody missed a sign on that one. That could be what it is.
And Lions able to get 2 across on that one. Able to get able to get 1 hit. 2 runs in. Now that brings score 8-1, Freed-Hardeman. Here going into the top of the 6th. We'll be right back here on the Freed-Hardeman University Sports Network.
Chase Animal Hospital is a full-service veterinary hospital which performs well and sick patient exams, hospitalization, surgery, boarding, doggy daycare, and grooming. We are located in Huntsville, Alabama, the Rocket City. We can take care of all dogs and cats as well as some livestock animals. Our current veterinarians on staff are Kevin Crabb, Zach Knight, Elizabeth Harville, and Wesley Clendenin. Visit our website at chaseanimalhospital.com or check us out on Facebook. We look forward to taking care of all your pet's needs.
And we are back here on the Freed-Hardeman University Sports Network. Freed-Hardeman still leads 8-1 here going into the top of the 6th. And now we still have Alex Huey on the mound. And this will be his 6th inning. Already 5 innings today. 9 strikeouts, Coach. What a day by Alex Huey.
He really has pitched well. Only was in true trouble in 1 inning. Had a little. Now, like I said, 7 is what you hope to get out of him. I'll be honest with you. I think Coach Estes would be happy with 6, but 7 is what you definitely want, and then hopefully you've either run it out to a 10-run lead or your bullpen can come on and nail it down.
That is right. And try to figure out who this is right here. I believe this is McKenzie again. Now this is supposed to be Bello at the plate.
It is Bello at the plate, isn't it?
Isn't
No, they've got number 20 up there at the plate, so a change in their lineup.
And this is Anthony Houck. We saw Houck in the last series.
We did see Houck.
And that one out to 0-2 start here for Huey against Houck. Huey from the windup. Here's the pitch. And that one misses low for ball number 1. And fix my scorebook right here real quick. 1-2 count for Huey. Of course, this is the leadoff batter, so nobody on. Here comes the pitch. And Houck fouls that one off over to the net in front of us. And that brings up, still keeps the count at 1-2.
Anthony Houck, like you said, we saw him the last series against them.
That is right. Here comes Huey. And gets Houck swinging for strike number 3. Strikeout number 10 today, Coach.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's a great job by Huey. And, of course, he's got the designated hitter, but he's handled him so far today. But let's see if they change. No, it'll stay McKenzie.
And McKenzie today 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. So hopefully Huey will repeat that. Here's the pitch. And that one gets in there for strike number 1. That one had a little bit of a curve to it, Coach.
Yes, it did.
0-1 count with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. And gets McKenzie swinging again for strike number 2.
Well, I know at this point in time, Robert and Stacy Huey, his parents are very, very proud of him. I'm sure his coach Richie Estep is proud of Alex.
That is right. And he gets him swinging on that one for strike number 3. And now that is strikeout number 11 today. He's racking up the K's, Coach.
Yeah, and you saw me. I threw the right hand out there before the ump.
You got into that one, Coach.
I'm doing a little umpiring there. We thank Mike McCutcheon, the very kind gentleman who has he's also our AD up here, brought us some refreshments.
That's right. And now this is DeMarco Miller. That one sneaks in for strike number 1.
It really does. Wow.
0-1 count now here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Huey. And DeMarco Miller swinging again for strike number 2. Of course, Miller from the state of Tennessee as well. I believe he is from Nashville, Tennessee. Last played at Roane State. And here's the pitch from Huey. And, just missed there for ball number 1.
Now, that shows you how good our parabolic mic is. It even picked up out on the bypass the truck with the faulty muffler out there. Need to get that hole patched, that muffler.
Here's the pitch. And that one misses high again for ball number 2.
Bo tried to frame it, and wow, close.
Just missing there. And now we're just 2 runners short of a deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, but nobody on. And here's the pitch. And Miller swings on that one. That could be, and they're going to say that is foul. Just missed the line right there.
They'll toss that ball into the bullpen, and we do have some activity down there. How serious of activity, that to be judged.
Of course, we did have Coach Estes' son throwing in the bullpen. Of course, we do have some action in the Pikeville bullpen.
They've sent an extra gentleman down there, too.
That is right, and I believe there's 2 in the bullpen. Still can't tell the numbers on them. I believe I do see a number 27.
I believe you are correct about that.
And if that's right, that's Jeremy Polito. And we saw Polito in that
saw
last
Polito
series.
in that last series with them.
And 2-2 count to DeMarco Miller. Here's the pitch. And just missed inside for ball number 3.
It was pretty close. It leaned towards being inside, but that was a good pitch even though he missed.
And music got a little too happy there. Thought that could have been strike 3. And here's the pitch. And Miller swings on that one. And Christian Busby's going to call it off right there. And he does. And that will go into this glove for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down here for Alex Huey. And we're going to come back here with Freed-Hardeman up to bat. You're watching the Freed-Hardeman University Sports Network.
Residential or commercial, you can rely on West 10 Fence for complete fencing services. We put over 50 years of experience to work for you building, mending, and maintaining fences and gates. From chain link and barbed wire to wooden, vinyl, ornamental iron, and beautiful wrought iron, whether you want a fence for beauty, privacy, or security, we've got you covered. Just call and ask for a free estimate.
If you want to invest in cabinetry and need a locally owned and operated company you can trust, choose Kitchens by Design. In business since 2002, our locally owned and operated company has a track record of providing precision work. Serving both residential and commercial clients, we're your one-stop shop providing quality work for all types of projects, including kitchens, bathrooms, additions, new construction, and more. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
And we are back here on the Freed-Hardeman University Sports Network. 8-1, Freed-Hardeman still leading this game. Of course, this is game one of the best-of-3 series here in the Mid-South Conference Tournament opening round. And was looking at the bracket a minute ago. If Freed-Hardeman does win, the Lions, they will have the second best seeding in the tournament. They'll have, of course, the Cumberlands of Kentucky is the number one, and Freed-Hardeman, if they win this series, will have first round bye there.
Should be in the opposite bracket, right?
Opposite bracket. Only will play each other if it comes to the winner's side of the bracket and possibly the championship game, Coach. But now here we have Zach Sanders up to bat, and here's the pitch. And Sanders able to get contact, but that's going to go over towards the Martha Lewis Pavilion. And it's seeing its first action of the day. And that'll go down as strike number one off a foul ball. And this is a new pitcher, too, I believe. And we'll try to get his information. And that one misses for ball number one.
And this is number 8, and we'll pick up his stats here in a minute. This is Ryan Ratliff.
And Ryan Ratliff from Cattlesburg, Kentucky, Boyd County High School, just a freshman this year. And that one sneaks in there for strike number 2.
We could use 3 runs this inning because that would put it at the magic 10-run limit.
That's right. And any little bit will help right here. Zach Sanders with a 1-2 count. Nobody out. Here comes the pitch. And that one misses high for ball number 2. Evens the count up here. And, of course, now no action going on in the Freed-Hardeman bullpen. Can't tell if there is any in the Pikeville bullpen, though. Ratliff from the windup. Here's the pitch. And that one nicks the inside corner for strike number 3.
I don't think Zach agreed with him. Of course, Zach from Mount Juliet, Tennessee.
That is right. And now here comes Will McCall, the former state champion from Columbia Academy. And Will is 2 for 3 today off of 2 singles and a fly out. Here comes the pitch, though. And that one misses for ball number 1.
Wasn't a bad-looking curveball then. Must have been low.
Either that or crossed the plate a little too high. But only the umpire knows in that situation, I guess.
Yep.
And a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. And that one misses high for ball number 2. 2-0 count here to start off, and McCall will be followed by the power hitter Sears, who is 2 for 3 today off a single and a big home run to left field in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch from McCall. And that one misses high for ball number 3.
Yeah, 3 balls. Houck stayed in, and he's playing first base right now.
And 3-0 count. See if he gets the green light right here. Here's the pitch. And that one nicks the outside corner for strike number 1.
Ooh, I don't know. That was close.
That was another one of them 50-50 calls right there. And here's the pitch. And that one's going to miss outside for ball number 4, and that's going to get a walk here early in this inning for McCall.
And a walk brings up number 34, Josh Sears.
And now here comes the big power hitter himself, Josh Sears. Sears today is 2 for 3, like we said, off of a single and a big-time home run there in the 4th inning. So we'll see if he can repeat that here with one runner on. has gotten 2 RBIs today off of a base hit and the home run. Here's the pitch. And Sears, well, he was looking for the other one on that one, but it just missed.
Yeah, no one will need the air conditioning. He had a rip at that one. He didn't get cheated. Just heard from Dave Wade, who's been watching both the softball and the baseball.
And Sears, 0-1 count. Here comes Ratliff in motion. And see what he does right here. And the pitch. And that one misses outside for ball number 1.
Josh is a much better hitter than I could ever be. I probably would have swung at that, and that doesn't mean I'm right. I'm wrong. He's got a better eye than I ever had.
That's right. 1-1 count, 1 out, 1 runner on. Singles are wild here. Here in the bottom of the 6th, here's the pitch. And Sears pops that one up. Over to right field, and right fielder will get right under it for out number 2.
Got under it just a hair too much.
And now that brings up the unpredictable hitter in Bo Simpson. And Bo's got a home run on the day as well, and he'll be looking to repeat that here.
Yeah, Bo 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs has caught a masterful game today.
That is right. Now we have a legend right here beside me, Coach.
Absolutely. Ray Pack, who looked like a man with good news.
I believe so. Here's the pitch. And Simpson swinging on that one. That was a little bit of an off-speed pitch right there.
And Sunday, if you'll go to Ray's church, he will definitely bring you some good news at church.
He said he'll try. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Here is Bo Simpson at the plate. Ratliff going from the stretch here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that one sneaks in there for strike number 2.
And you'll get to hear a little bit from Ray Pack in the top of the 7th. We're going to let him slide in and talk a little bit. We'll let Michael go ahead and do the top of the 7th.
0-2 count, 2 outs. 1 runner on. Here comes the pitch. And that one just missed for ball number 1.
It was a good teaser pitch, though.
Good teaser out there.
Very tempting.
Count is 1-2 now. Of course, Freed-Hardeman is still up 8-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Only way this game will end is if it goes into the 7th inning and they have a 10-run lead, and Simpson fouls that one off. And way to hang in there.
And the parabolic mic picked up every sound of that one coming off. Yeah, there's been some interesting comments today. I have managed to do like you do in radio with a 7-second delay on a couple of them.
That is right. Here's Bo Simpson again, waiting for the pitch. McCall's at first, and here it comes. And that one in the dirt, and McCall's going to get there in time. And what a good base running awareness by Will McCall there, Coach.
Yeah, it was, and he had to hustle to get down there because Zach Hill, he may not weigh but about 155 pounds, but that young man catching can throw the baseball hard.
That is right. Gets the pressure off Simpson just a little bit here with 2 outs. And now you have a runner on second base. Just a runner short of the Deuces Wild here. Ratliff in motion from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And Simpson fouls that one off. Looked like right off of the shin or the foot. And he's going to walk that one off. Looks like he's okay.
Our coach at Jackson High, Turi Oman, one day we had hit one off foot like that, and he said, "Son, do you know that pain hurts?" And said it with the straightest face you ever saw.
I bet it don't feel too good.
It really doesn't.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 runner on, 8-1 lead here. Freed-Hardeman. Bo Simpson at the plate. Here comes Ryan Ratliff. And that one bounces right over the head of Hill, And McCall's going to get to third. Was thinking home, but I believe Coach Justice will hold him right there.
Yeah, Will McCall had gotten under the pitcher's skin and got his attention a little bit then. And it was an interesting base running, and patience by Bo Simpson has him to this 3-2 count, Michael.
That is right. And, of course, a base hit will score McCall. And you got Vaughn Watson coming up after him, who could basically end the game. Here's the pitch. And he gets Simpson swinging for strike number 3. And just like that, that's going to be the end of the 6th inning. Lions leave one runner on off of a walk and able to get no hits that inning. We'll be right back here with Pikeville coming up at the top of the 7th. You're watching the Freed-Hardeman University Sports Network.
My name is Clay Leonard. I preach for the Church of Christ in Paris, Kentucky, and I'm a student in the Graduate School of Theology at Freed-Hardeman. I think the quality of scholarship at Freed-Hardeman, as well as the camaraderie that is shared between the students and the professors, sets Freed-Hardeman apart. I'm already using my degree in so many ways as I preach, and I hope that it will continue to challenge me to be the best student that I can and the best preacher that I can.
And back for the top of the 7th, and slipping in for a little while will be the voice of the Lady Lions. In a minute, we'll let him talk about what's happening good. 11 strikeouts for Alex Huey going into the 7th, and another swinging strike on the hitter. That's Ryan Albers. Give them the good news, Ray. We're going to Columbia, right?
We are going to Columbia. Had a 2-game sweep. 7-1 game 1, 8-0, a 8-run, the run rule after 5 innings. It ended up going to the 6th, but we are going to go to Columbia for final site of conference tournament.
And that's Columbia, Kentucky. We better remind everybody.
Yes, that is Columbia, Kentucky, yes.
This one popped up. It's drifting foul. Sears will give chase. And Josh always, and I'm going to tell you what, he stretched and he made, about a half a foot?
Maybe a half a foot away from his glove.
You know, he gives such a good effort.
But, Coach, in game number 1, Morgan Crawford was in the circle. She gave up 1 run. It was unearned. 1 hit, 1 error, and actually 2 errors for Freed-Hardeman. And Shawnee State they left 1 on base. We'll get this pitch.
Yeah, Alex Huey with a 1-2 count. Going to the hitter, Albers, the third baseman. The pitch just missing, and that one kind of made everybody in the crowd draw up a little bit, make some noise, etc. like that.
Freed-Hardeman ended up with 7 runs on 10 hits, and he left 5 on base.
Here's the pitch, a swinging strike, and 12 strikeouts now, and Alex Huey just keeps rolling. You know, he pitched a great game at Martin Methodist.
Yes, he is coming on strong, and after the 2 games today, I interviewed Catherine Crabb, and she said, I got to hurry up. I got to get over. My man's on the bump over there today.
Catherine Crabb.
My 7 is on the bump. That's what she said.
Well, she's done her job in softball, too.
She did. Yeah, because at game number 1, Coach, she was 3 for 4. She had 2 doubles and a single. And
one of the few times that he's been behind 2-0, that's Alex Huey. Now, something we got to caution people and the players about Alex has struck out so many today that sometimes you go to sleep a little bit out in the field.
Exactly. And that straight back over us.
This one foul back. I don't flinch as bad over here as I do at the softball field.
Softball field, you're a little bit closer to that screen. But in the top of the sixth, Kennedy Harris hit a monster shot over the left center field wall.
Wow, I wish I'd seen that one.
And well, that's the one you did see.
Oh, that's right.
That's the one you did see.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd hit another one.
Well, just hang on. I'll give you the second game recap here in a minute.
Sanders to Sears, and that's almost like a firm right there. 4-3 for the second out of the inning right there. Maybe we can open up a firm of Sanders to Sears.
But in game number 2, Brittany Adair ended up striking out 16.
Wow, she is a machine.
And that was in 6 innings.
She's a machine.
She is. She averages 10 a game. So 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Freed-Hardeman. Uncharacteristic day for Freed-Hardeman on errors. That made 3 on the day.
This one fouled off back behind us, and at the plate is Jared Kirkman, their fine shortstop, who also has a cannon for the arm. Should have seen one of his pegs to first base. He threw a runner out, went in the hole, and almost got a young man that was running full speed a while ago. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off again, 0-2, and Alex Huey rocking along here. Now, it'll be interesting if he's on a pitch count, though, because he did have a tender arm early in the year.
Yes, he did. Now, in game number 2, Freed-Hardeman, first 4 players to come to the plate, all with singles.
Swinging strike 3. I've got 13 strikeouts. I'll check that and make sure. You know what I get to do, don't you?
He's just trying to get caught up with Brittany Adair over on the softball field. Yeah, you get to do your favorite
I get
thing.
to do my thing. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. And Freed-Hardeman leads 8-1 on the Freed-Hardeman Sports Network.
Casey Realtors has been serving families in Chester County since June of 1967, when Tommy Casey, owner and broker, started the business in an office on North Church Street in Henderson. Craig Casey joined the business as an affiliate broker and began serving his hometown in December 1979. Though the staff and services have grown over the past 50 years, one thing has remained the same. Casey Realtors has remained committed to improving Chester County through professional service and community involvement.
Chase Animal Hospital is a full-service veterinary hospital which performs well and sick patient exams, hospitalization, surgery, boarding, doggy daycare, and grooming. We are located in Huntsville, Alabama, the Rocket City. We can take care of all dogs and cats as well as some livestock animals. Our current veterinarians on staff are Kevin Crabb, Zach Knight, Elizabeth Harville, and Wesley Clendenin. Visit our website at chaseanimalhospital.com or check us out on Facebook. We look forward to taking care of all your pet's needs.
And I have just been informed that my cat has left your broadcast and switched over to listen to me.
Well, he had to go to the best, save the best for last is what I've always heard, Coach.
Ray Pack sitting in with Michael and I. And here's one drill by Von Watson. It's going to hang up in the air a little long, but Watson got all of that. And that will make the first out of the inning. Dom Pisano will be up there. We had a dandy sacrifice bunt, and the third baseman shot a cannon over to first is the only reason he got him. There were some questions, though, about that one. Well, we had some great bunting in the softball game, too.
Yes, we had some really good bunts. But Freed-Hardeman scored 4 runs in the first inning in the bottom of the first on 5 hits, so that was a good thing. And then they added 2 more in the third. And then Catherine Crabb led off the top of the 6th, or the bottom of the 6th, reached by an error. The ball was deflected by the pitcher to the shortstop. Shortstop made a great throw, and the first baseman closed her glove as the ball got there and bounced off.
Wow. Well, you know, Sam, what was it in the first game? Well, I was still there, had that great catch.
Yeah. And but then, now, Coach, are you ready for this one?
I am ready.
Miss Harris steps up to the plate, and she hits a fly ball. I'll finish my story.
And drilled into foul territory, the 1-1 pitch. And I mean, he left his tattoo on it. Pisano with a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
Anyway, she hit a ball so high, so far. If it would have been an airplane, you could have served an in-flight movie with popcorn and had the stewardess serve you all the Coca-Cola products you wanted.
And that's the kind of good lines you get with Ray Pack. But Ray, give a little credit.
I'm giving credit to Mr. David Abbey.
Yes.
Mr. David Abbey, he has sent me many a lines. He may be tuned over here to the baseball game now. Of course.
And again, fouled off. Pisano hangs stuff. He is a great fan of Freed-Hardeman.
I was going to say David and his wife Alice, and then also Johnny Estes and Mr. Estes' wife Ava. They are super supporters of all things Freed-Hardeman athletics. Mr. Estes takes a lot of pictures for Lady Lions, softball, basketball, volleyball. But Mr. Abbey's brother passed away last week, and he was unable to make it today. And I'll say it again on this broadcast. We express to him our serious condolences.
Amen.
And are always thinking of him and reminding him or remembering him in our prayers.
Fine Christian man, too. 2-2 the count with Pisano trying to get on base with 1 out in the inning. Outfield for the most part except for center field straight away, and I think he's just shading the pitcher. This one a number. The pitcher will take it. It'll go 1-3.
He called foul.
Did he call it foul?
He's going to call that foul.
And that's the reason you get great action from our good friend Ryan. Our good friend Ryan. Boy, that's good, Ray.
Hey, I've been called worse.
But you know what? I had a text a while ago, just a minute ago, about the good news thing. There is a Bible out called the Good News Bible.
Yes.
But when you go to church, you hear good news.
That's correct. So that was a walk-off home run that ended it at an 8-0 after 6 innings. Of course, in softball, an 8-run lead after 5 innings is a complete game.
Pisano gets this one down. It's booted a little bit. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm tempted. I'm going to wait for the official score, but you know what I'm tempted to call it.
Well, I know what I would say. That's exactly what I would say.
That's what I was going to say.
That ball was smashed off the bat of Don Pisano from the left side going to the opposite field.
It had a little flame coming off of it then. But a great win for the ladies. Now, who do we play in the opening round?
Well, it all depends on how the other series go. There's 2 out of 3 series going on, and hopefully by tomorrow or Sunday at the latest, we'll find out who we play. You can check the GoFHULions.com website, and I'm sure Taylor will have that information up there for you.
And there's the pitch. It gets away, and nobody has been helping the catcher. This will be the 3rd time that we have taken third from first base.
Wow.
It's amazing what our runners have done. And, of course, you've got a good hitter in Christian Busby up there, number 10, the left fielder, who we've seen this year. You were still having softball. He has stolen, Michael, at least 3 home runs we've seen, maybe more than that.
I remember you, and the last time I was up giving a report 2 weeks ago on the weekend, that you said that he had robbed somebody in that game.
Oh, went over the fence and brought it back into the ballpark. Ratliff on the mound for them. We faked the bunt. It would have been interesting. It would have been a safety squeeze, though, if it had been a bunt.
He's on deck.
And Hunter Beecham getting ready to pinch hit. And, of course, he also can play that outfield, too. He can run like a deer. And good player. We've got plenty. We've got to get some more of these injuries completely healthy. Here's the pitch. And, again, the catcher, Hill, is getting a workout. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out, a runner on third, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Freed-Hardeman, 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for Pikeville. Doesn't look like activity from where I'm sitting in the Pikeville bullpen, though. And that pitch walked him. We'll have first and third. So Christian Busby gets the job done. Now let's see if they come in. I think they'll play for a double play at short and second. First and third, Ray, looks like they'll come to the plate.
I think you're right, Coach. With 1 out, I think your corners may play a step or two in, and then your middle infield is probably going to play normal depth to play for that double play.
Hunter Beecham coming up there from Lexington, Tennessee, but he played his baseball at Scotts Hill as part of that great program they have there. And, of course, all three of us, Michael, Ray, and I, very familiar with athletics at Scotts Hill. And, of course, probably the coach that people know the most at Scotts Hill would be Tracy Chandler. He seems like he has been there forever.
That's the basketball coach,
yes,
girls basketball coach, yes.
And, of course, he is the, I hate to call him the baby son, or the youngest son might be a better term, of the historic Mac Chandler. And what a guy he is. And great program there, and we are glad to have Hunter at our school here at Freed-Hardeman, a very fine academic institution. First and third, only one out. Infield wants the double play. We want a base hit. Faking the bunt, and they fake the throw through. Now, I'm scoring that catcher's indifference.
Yes, 7-run lead. What are we in, the 6th inning?
Yes. That's close,
That's
I know.
Close.
I had to think.
You're getting close there.
Yeah, I've still got to stay with catcher's indifference.
7th inning.
7th inning.
We're in the bottom of the 7th.
7th, yeah. Bottom of the 7th. 2 runners, though, in scoring position here, Ray.
And be big with 1 out. Even a sac fly would be okay with me.
Okay, looks like it's going to be a big sac fly.
I think it might be a sac fly, Coach.
Back to about 5 feet from the fence. Here's the tag, and 1 run will score. And our runner advances, which puts pressure on the pitcher, though, and the other team. So we've now got a runner at third with 2 outs.
So Beecham did his job. Whether it was a hit or not, a sac fly, just as good as a hit right there. You drove the run in.
That's right. Sac fly brings up Dylan Lott. And Dylan, who always plays a great shortstop, is 1 for 3 today with 1 RBI. And, the girls didn't leave many runners on base over there.
I think let me look back in my book here.
Swinging strike 1. He saw one up in his eyes about shoulder level that he'd like. And I know they were very efficient. I was worried about the runner we left in the first inning, but that turned out to be useless.
Yeah, they left 5 in the first game, 6 in the second. It's interesting you mentioned that. Coach Humphrey said it's kind of disappointing when you have a leadoff triple or a leadoff double and you can't score them.
And you see the base hit brings in 1, and he's going to have a stand-up double. And a great piece of hitting by Dylan Lott with the RBI double. And he'll get rid of the gloves and things like that. And we are creeping ever closer. 1 run, Ray, will end this contest.
1 run.
10-1 your score. 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors. And striding to the plate will be Zach Sanders, who led off this game with a home run.
And Taylor had pulled it up and said, "You got to be kidding me."
No.
Lead-off home run.
Yes. We're not kidding.
Well,
and he gave another one a ride back in the 4th, but the center fielder made a nice play.
But that set the tone for this game today and shows that the Lions are focused on this fact. And I mentioned this to the girls that I interviewed, Kennedy Harris and Catherine Crabb after the ball game, and Coach Humphrey. New season started today.
Yes.
You're now 2-0. You don't worry about anything but those games coming up in the future.
That's
and
right.
Same thing in principle for the baseball team. Yes, we know they've had some issues, struggles with injuries.
MASH unit.
And their record is not where they want it to be, but new life started today for them.
But, their record is the second best in the Mid-South Conference.
That's the interesting thing.
Could easily be the best. We just had some tough injuries. A swinging strike, and that time Zach wanted another one. Just need the base hit. I think the base hit with the runner that we've got at second base, I think that we will get the 11th run, which would give you the 10-run lead. There's 2 outs and a 1-1 count. Ryan Ratliff on the mound for the Pikeville Bears. Checks the runner. The 1-1 pitch. Base hit. Let's see if we're going to have action.
He's going to send him.
They're sending him home. Here comes the center fielder up throwing hard. It's up the line, and this contest should be over. That is the 10-run lead. It is 11-1. and everybody going off. It is a walk-off there, and your man, Zach Sanders, did it.
He had a walk-off in the second game at softball and a walk-off here in game one of the series against Pikeville. So a good day for Freed-Hardeman athletics programs, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we go to break, anything else we need to tell them about the women's program?
I was asked after the game by two of the umpires. I was talking with them, and they said, has Freed-Hardeman ever gone undefeated in a softball season at home? And I told them, in the 10 years or that I've been down here and helping Todd doing the PA and all those things, it has never happened. So 22-0. Just think about being 22-0 at home.
Oh, and to the best of my knowledge, you are 100%
and I'm going to go
correct.
home and try to research it.
Yeah.
But I don't think.
Well, that's
I
tough.
don't think
That's
so.
tough to do. Ray, one other thing we need to do is next year we're going to have volleyball, we're going to have soccer, we're going to have the basketball, the baseball, and softball again. Folks, you've seen two great ads because you know I love both of them for the fences and for the vet and stuff, but we want you to support Freed-Hardeman Athletics. The more you help us out, the more we can do.
And I'm sure that, the pricing on the advertising packages will be very reasonable, and if you'd be interested in that, you can contact a head coach or athletic director, Mike McCutcheon, and he'll get you in touch with who you need to.
Yeah, with our man over here, Paul Schultz, or I like to mention this name, the legendary Dan Hughes.
Yeah, Mr. Dan's gonna work with selling some advertising, but there's some good things going to be happening with Worthy Road Studios in the future, and we're looking forward to being part of all that, Coach.
Absolutely.
As Paul has built a great company, and you can see the quality of their work, and I've had many people comment to me about that. Grandparents of softball players will message me on Facebook and say, we don't see this anywhere else in the country where we get the camera shots and all that we see from Paul Schultze at Worthy Road Studios.
Oh, you're going to get ESPN, CBS,
you're getting
ABC quality.
I mean, those who watch today, that shot from center field is just absolutely fabulous. It rivals anything you see in Major League Baseball that they broadcast. So.
And a good picture right there, my good friend Ray Pack, Michael Mulnix, who is one of the finest young college color men you would ever want to work with. And, of course, and there's Paul putting his hand in. Paul's the brains of the outfit. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have final comments on this game. Not sure whether we'll have an interview today, but I know if we win that first one tomorrow, I know Jonathan Estes will be up here.
Somebody's coming up here tomorrow because that'll be a two-game sweep. What time does that game start? The first game start?
I believe that is a 12 o'clock game.
12 noon, okay. Well, I may try to be here. Since I don't have anything else to do on a Saturday that I know of.
No, you just make sure you make that baseball game tonight.
My wife wants to go shopping probably.
Well, we will forgive her for that, but you got a young man that you got to support in baseball.
Yeah, I got to be there at 8 o'clock for my grandson's T-ball game, and fortunately everything ended tonight. A lot of nights it's 8 o'clock before we ever get done over on the softball field, and baseball's game is moving quickly. So, Coach, take your break. I'm going to give the headsets back to Michael, and I will see you all sometime. Appreciate everybody watching and the comments you make to encourage us to keep doing what we're doing because it just makes us better.
It really does. There he is, the great Ray Pack. Michael Molnix will be back with me after this on the Freed-Hardeman Sports Network. A big win today for the Lions. 11-1. We'll be back after this timeout on the Freed-Hardeman Network.
Residential or commercial, you can rely on West 10 Fence for complete fencing services. We put over 50 years of experience to work for you building, mending, and maintaining fences and gates. From chain link and barbed wire to wooden, vinyl, ornamental iron, and beautiful wrought iron, whether you want a fence for beauty, privacy, or security, we've got you covered. Just call and ask for a free estimate.
If you want to invest in cabinetry and need a locally owned and operated company you can trust, choose Kitchens by Design. In business since 2002, our locally owned and operated company has a track record of providing precision work, serving both residential and commercial clients. We're your one-stop shop providing quality work for all types of projects, including kitchens, bathrooms, additions, new construction, and more. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
My name is Clay Leonard. And I'm a student in the Graduate School of Theology at Freed-Hardeman. I think the quality of scholarship at Freed-Hardeman, as well as the camaraderie that is shared between the students and the professors, sets Freed-Hardeman apart. I'm already using my degree in so many ways as I preach, and I hope that it will continue to challenge me to be the best student that I can and the best preacher that I can.
Casey Realtors has been serving families in Chester County since June of 1967, when Tommy Casey, owner and broker, started the business in an office on North Church Street in Henderson. Craig Casey joined the business as an affiliate broker and began serving his hometown in December 1979. Though the staff and services have grown over the past 50 years, one thing has remained the same. Casey Realtors has remained committed to improving Chester County through professional service and community involvement.
Chase Animal Hospital is a full-service veterinary hospital which performs well and sick patient exams, hospitalization, surgery, boarding, doggy daycare, and grooming. We are located in Huntsville, Alabama, the Rocket City. We can take care of all dogs and cats as well as some livestock animals. Our current veterinarians on staff are Kevin Crabb, Zach Knight, Elizabeth Harville, and Wesley Clendenin. Visit our website at chaseanimalhospital.com or check us out on Facebook. We look forward to taking care of all your pet's needs.
And it is my privilege right now, and I see Coach Estes coming up here to speak to a young man who, and Alex Huey, who has had a lot of big things in his career, and we'll talk about some of those. But, Alex, the arm was a little tender early in the season.
Absolutely.
You have gotten a lot stronger, and there I believe that'll help you out a little bit. Today you pitched as good a game with a one run. Could have easily been avoided, but great game. How did you psych yourself up and prepare for this game?
Well, I mean, I knew I had 7 guys behind me and Bo behind the plate that were going to make plays behind me, so I knew if I just threw strikes, I'd be fine. So just pound the zone, let the defense work. I knew our bats would be here today. I knew they'd wake up. So glad we showed out to play today. Let's go get another one tomorrow.
And, of course, before you fans start sending me texts and stuff, we'll talk about there are people already said the first time I got you up here, got to talk about the high school game, you and Ryan Weather. That's not what's important. Your focus was good, 13 strikeouts today. You were ahead on most of the counts today.
Yes, sir. Just getting ahead in the count, pounding the zone, throwing your game, off speed in the zone, fastballs in the zone. That's just the key.
Oh, I'm going to ask this. Did you even shake Bo off one time today?
No, sir. No, he calls a great game back there.
He
There's no
really
need
does.
to shake him off.
And people don't realize that he actually calls the game. Coach is not in the dugout overruling him or anything.
No, he's such a great baseball mind. He knows my pitches. He knows me, knows the hitters, so he's so good at that. So.
And, of course, Alex, you can see the determination on his face.
Absolutely.
Total focus, right?
Absolutely. He's one of a kind, man. One of a kind.
And let's talk about a couple of other things. You got good hitting support, I think, a bunch of people, and the home run support today, too, in the first inning alone, and then, of course, Josh Sears. But y'all kind of expect that out of Josh.
Absolutely, yeah. He's a special player, man. Those home runs take momentum away from them and put it on our side, so those are big hits.
Now, Alex, at the start of the year, let's be honest, the speed wasn't up on the fastball. Yeah. It is up and getting – actually, you look stronger every time you pitch.
Sir.
I watched the game. I wished we had done it because, no offense to Martin Methodist, their pictures are not as good as here.
I understand.
And you looked sharp as a tack there. Go back and talk about that game a little bit.
Yeah, starting at Shawnee State regular season, I started to feel a little bit of dead arm. So it's a period when you go through and your velo is just not there, but you got to get through it. So every weekend after that, I've just been getting a little bit more and more. So it's been nice this weekend to see the benefits reaped from that. So. And
for you young pitchers, listen to you have no fear of throwing inside on a batter.
That's right. That's right. Never fear to go in, especially when you're outside several pitches in a row, bust them in.
Before we talk about some fun stuff, besides pitching, what else is your favorite thing here at Freed-Hardeman?
I just love the people, man. There's so many special people here. Love my teammates, love my coaches, love my teachers. So I can't say enough good about this school. So
it is a great thing.
It is.
And, of course, let's give your parents credit. Tell them who you are. And even though he pitched at Columbia Academy, I'll go ahead and steal this from – he's from Chapel Hill, Tennessee.
That's right, yeah. I had about a 30-minute drive to school every day. But I can't thank my parents enough. They've been there for me. Mom's washed no telling how many ball pants. Dad's drove me and paid for no telling how many lessons. So it's all credit to them. They're the two most special people in my life. So.
And future plans, and I still think Major League Baseball may come calling. You never know about that.
We'll see. But I'm majoring in special education here. So.
Now you want to coach?
Yes, sir. That's the plan. That's the plan.
Did you play any other sports in high school besides baseball?
No, sir. Just focused. I couldn't stand. I played basketball in middle school. Couldn't stand.
Well, I was going to say, I thought you did middle school. I was living in Mount Pleasant when you were playing middle, but I didn't think you played in high school.
No, I couldn't stand when baseball season rolled around and I was on the court, so couldn't stand it. So had to stop that.
Well, then that leads us into the next thing. Your counterpart in one of the finest games, and I've seen a bunch of them in TSSAA history, had to be the game that you and Ryan Weathers pitched against each other.
Yeah.
Some quick thoughts about that game.
Well, we beat them freshman year, and then we never beat him again till senior year. So I played against Ryan all the way through high school. He's the most special player I've ever seen on a baseball field, and he can play basketball too. But great kid on and off the field. So I'm happy for him. I've been keeping up with him. So.
Doing well. Pitched really good against the Dodgers the other day. Championship in high school. Put you on the line. I know what the answer is, but you'd like to have that NAIA championship also.
Man, I'd love to get one here too. That'd be amazing. There's no feeling like it. No other feeling like it.
Absolutely. Favorite food here in Henderson, Tennessee, whether it's cafeteria or whether it's one of the local eating establishments?
I'd have to go with the Snookums pork chops. That's
man,
really good.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I may have to stop by there on the way home, and of course, give your high school coach a little credit too. We forgot to talk about him.
There's nobody that's done up to college. There's nobody that's done more for my baseball career than him. He's truly one of a kind. He'll go to battle for you any day. He's really special.
Last one of these type questions: are you really the best cornhole player on this team?
Absolutely.
Some of your teammates have said you don't just play it. Now you were modest on your sheet that you filled out early in the year. They say you're the best.
Yeah, it's totally different playing cornhole. We talk a lot of trash. So Colton Hunt thinks he is. There's no way he can't keep up with me. No way. So.
No way. And finishing up, two things. One is any advice, because there are a lot of young players listening to you right now. And number two, we'll let you give the advice first, and we'll finish up.
Okay. Two things. One, always pound the zone. Let your defense work. I can't say enough about that. Don't try to do too much. That's the biggest thing. And then always know your team's got your back. So like I said, there's 7 guys trying to get one guy out, and then there's a guy behind the plate too. So you don't have to do it all on your own. You don't have to strike everybody out. Just throw pitches, make pitches, mix all your pitches, and be in the zone all the time. So that's my biggest biggest thing I
Good,
can say to young people.
good advice.
And
for
take
young,
care of your
young
arm.
people.
Take care of your arm.
Take care of that arm.
Yep.
Now, the last thing is, and this game and your interview is going to be archived on YouTube. And
Yes, sir.
a couple hours from now, people can go back and watch it, but you can see it on Stretch. You can see it on the Facebook right now. And what do you want to say to all those fans? And we're going to have some that couldn't watch it right now.
Right.
Your turn to say anything you want to the not only the FHU fans, but your fans too.
Man, the support is overwhelming. I get an influx of text after every start, good or bad. So it's just overwhelming, the amount of people that follow us, the Facebook posts, Twitter posts. So it's just overwhelming. Thank all you guys. Don't stop. We need it now more than ever in the postseason, and we're going to keep rolling.
Alex, your games and pitching get more masterful each game.
Thank you, sir.
The Martin Methodist game was great, but I think this one in some respects was even better because this was a team that came in with nothing to lose today.
Absolutely.
And they're
Absolutely.
dangerous when
Yeah,
they're like
they're
that.
dangerous. They can hit a little bit.
Yes, they can.
They can.
We appreciate. Hopefully, we get to do this again next year. And sitting over there, we're going to take, or we may not be taking a break. Can you get us to a break, Michael? Michael does everything. If you can't, what we'll do, we'll just swap. I tell you what, let's just swap headsets. We're going to bring in a man I know you think the world of,
Yes,
and
sir.
has
Yes,
been
sir.
a very good coach. But thank you,
Thank
and
you, sir.
we need to do this again.
Absolutely.
If we don't get to do it for baseball season, make him bring you to basketball next year because Josh Sears did a wonderful job off guard. He put he put Josh on the spot.
Absolutely.
But let's switch
We'll do
headsets and again, thank you. And I will tell Mo when I talk to him
Yes, sir.
that I told him that we said hey
Yes,
to
sir.
him.
Tell him I said hey.
You know, this
Appreciate it.
man's got fans everywhere. And here comes the fine young mentor and a great teacher. And, you know, the kids off air would be honest with me about stuff. They love playing here. They love playing for you and your coaching staff. But this was a big win. I don't care what Pikeville's record is. They come in here with nothing to lose. A young team that can hit, they can run, and we played baseball today.
Yeah, it started with Alex going out there and setting the tone there in the first inning, and we come out and score several runs there in the first inning. We had production all up and down the lineup. I think there was two guys that didn't have a hit, but Vaughn and Busby didn't have hits, but they both got on base with walks, and we saw Busby tag up and go to third a couple times, and Vaughn goes first to third on a wild pitch. So I mean, we just had production up and down our lineup, and that's when we are going really well. It's because we're getting production 1 through 9. And we've seen Josh hit those long home runs, and we've seen Vaughn hit some long home runs, and we've seen Bo, 2, 3, 4 hitters, and getting Will back tonight is,
That is something, and we were proud to see Will
yeah,
tonight.
shot in the arm there, just a shot in the arm with him being able to get back out there. But when you're getting at bats like Dylan gave us, and Dom and Riley's has a good at bats there, it's just 1 through 9 in the order doesn't allow the pitcher any time to breathe.
It really does.
And,
well, when you put Hunter Beecham in, he hits the big sack fly,
Right.
and he's been good for some. He's a timely hitter.
Yeah, he's done really well for us this year. He plays really good. We like sticking him in there on defense here, especially when they've got righties on the mound, and we start Riley out there. Hunter's such a good defensive player. We like to have him out there patrolling center field. But just can't say enough about what we were able to do tonight. Is a good tone setter, and we've still got another one we got to come out and win at 12 tomorrow. Prefer not to have to play that game 3, so we want to come out and win game 2 so that we, advance on to Bowling Green.
Yeah, it saves wear and tear on the pitching staff too. And with that question, I have been flooded with how is Jacob Sawyers doing?
Jacob is he's on the postseason roster. He threw a bullpen the other day for the first time, and looked good. So obviously him not having thrown in a game competitively for going on a month now, we're going to limit how much he throws and goes out there. So we're probably looking at him coming in and throwing an inning. If we need to get an inning out of him tomorrow, he's available to do that, and hopefully he feels a little bit better next week and we get a little bit more out of him in the tournament. And as we continue to play in the postseason, he gets stronger and stronger and stronger. But it's a big shot in the arm for Will to be back, but it's a big shot in the arm for Jacob to be on the roster. And the guys know that, if it's late in the game and we need to get, 3 outs, he's a guy that can do that for us.
Yes, and then, of course, Alex, he had, I hate to use that term, dead arm, but early in the year the arm wasn't as sound as it is right now. He's throwing like the Alex. Probably tomorrow, and I won't put you unless you want to commit to it, probably Colton Hunt at least in one of the 2 games tomorrow.
Colton's going to start the first game tomorrow, so he threw really well against these guys when we played them earlier in the year. So Colton's, been a solid guy for us. So the fact that Alex is out there able to go out there tonight and give us a complete game, we've got every pitcher on our staff available tomorrow to come out of the pen. So we feel really good going in tomorrow that we're nice and fresh. Colton's going to give us a great start, and we've got, plenty of arms to follow him up in the bullpen, and we'll be ready to swing it again tomorrow.
Well, I know against them the first time, I believe Landon Sewell gave you 2 good innings in one game. And, of course, a young man that a lot of people forget about, but you got a left-handed guy named Tyler Duskin that can come in, and you want to get some people out for about 2 or 3 innings. He can do that. I thought I hate to call it an emergency start, but in a start that he had the other day, I think that was his first in a year, he gave you 5 pretty good innings too.
Yeah, Ty's been good. Jack's been really throwing well for us the last 3 weeks. You look at what he's done the last 3 weeks. I was looking at it today. He's only given up 1 run over his last, 6 innings out of the bullpen. So, we feel really good where we're at. Steele, we've got him available. We got Sawyers available. So, we just, we're as healthy right now as we've been in a while. We're still not to where we need to be, but we're feeling pretty good going into a game tomorrow at noon that we've got an opportunity to win, sweep in 2. And prepare for that tournament at Bowling Green.
How important is to get off to a good start? Because now we've played them 4 times and we have jumped on them early. How important is the start tomorrow?
It's always important, just going out there and scoring some runs early and throwing up a 0 in that first inning. It just sets the tone. Hey, we've got an opportunity to have a great day today. So, I love playing at home, and I love our guys going out and throwing up a 0 that first inning. And with Zach and Will and Josh coming up 1, 2, 3, you feel like you got a pretty good chance to score a run, right?
Yes.
Anytime a couple of those guys come up, you think that we can score a run in one swing of the bat, So that ball that Josh hit tonight, I was telling them in the dugout, I don't know if I've seen him hit a farther ball in a game. When I've been at third base, he just absolutely crushed that ball, and he's really swinging it really, really well, and a lot of guys
came in this game hitting 380.
Yeah,
and that's tattooing it, as I like to say.
Yeah, he's I talked about over the last 10 games. He's hit, counting tonight, he's hit 8 home runs. Now in his last 11 games, and hitting right about 500 during that period of time, and just absolutely seeing the ball very, very well, and when he's not getting pitched to, he's taking a lot of walks, and he's getting on base, and that's important.
And for a big guy, he's not fast, but he runs hard, and he's a pretty smart base runner.
Yeah, that's something he's gotten better at since he's been here. He's really improved, and he's gotten more confidence as time's gone along. And he came over there after the 1 inning when he was on first base, and they went to a 2-0 count, and he came over and told me, he said, hey, if we get in a breaking ball count next time, I'm going to steal off this guy. And I said, that's fine. If you get a good jump and you feel like you can go and you get a breaking ball count, go. And so he's over there always thinking and trying to figure out how to help his team win. And like I said, we did a lot of really good things tonight.
And some don't realize now, a lot of hardcore baseball fans, the breaking ball count, you want to steal if you can on a breaking ball. That's the easiest. The pitch comes up there slower, plus the bend or the breakage, which it's actually breaking from the time it leaves the pitcher's hand, but folks think it just snaps off at the that's the best pitch to steal on.
Yeah, most pitchers are going to be about 0.2 of a second slower on their breaking ball to home plate than their fastball. So, 0.2 of a second is about 4 feet. Yep. So if a guy gets thrown out by 4 feet on a fastball, he's safe on a breaking ball. And like you said, it's a little bit harder to make that exchange for a catcher. I think, you know, if fastball's coming in there straight, curveball, it's a little bit more difficult to exchange. So if we can figure out when a guy's throwing a breaking ball, that's a good time to go. And you know, when Josh is up there, we know it's a pretty good chance that he's going to see some breaking balls. So it's a good opportunity for guys to run. When Bo's up there, we know he's going to probably see some breaking balls. Vaughn, we know he's going to see some breaking balls. So, you know, if we can try to figure that out, it helps us as a base running. It helps us to try to be aggressive in those situations.
And that was a breaking ball that Josh lost for us today.
Yep.
The two other things, and then we'll let you always give the fans a tip. The base running for us was excellent today. Our players, we had several advances from first to third on pass balls or wild pitches. The kids tagged up right, and that's just not something that happens overnight. They have to learn. Coaches have to coach, and it looks like on tagging up, y'all work so well down at third base all season.
Yeah, we spend time every single day at practice working on base running. I think that's something that some people don't work on that, you know, at the high school level. You know, when my kids are growing up, that's something that we always tried to excel at with those 9 and 10 and 11-year-old teens, because I've always said it doesn't take any talent to be good at base running. You know, it's just, you know, you can score runs when you base run really well. So that's something we work on every single day. The last couple weeks, we've had specific days where that's pretty much all we've worked on. Our hitting, our batting practice was you know, structured around the base running and putting them in situations where there's runners on first base and no outs, runner on second base, no outs, 1 out, 2 outs, whatever the case might be. So we get a lot of practice in that, and the guys, hopefully at this point in the year, we've practiced so much through the fall and through the spring that they should have a pretty good idea of what they're supposed to be doing, and you know, they executed well tonight.
Fun last question. I think that Von Watson deserves a Purple Heart. He has got to be, while we're here, the most hit player on y'all team. He not only hits the ball, but he gets hit by pitchers more than anybody else does. Sears not far behind him.
Yeah, I think some of these teams, they see how well Josh and Vaughn and these guys, how well they go out and hit those pitches, and I think they're trying to work them in, and they don't want to make a mistake over the inner part of the plate. So, you know, a lot of times when a pitcher doesn't want to make a mistake, what does he do? He tries a little bit harder, and you get a lot of hit by pitches when that happens. So they don't want to miss over the plate, so they miss inside. Yeah. And you know, kudos for those guys for taking a hit by pitch. Some guys, you know, they don't want to wear that pitch because it's, you know, it hurts, you know, a little bit. But Vaughn does a really good job of tucking, and Josh does too. So. You know, we'll take first base however we can get it.
Yeah, and those two young men very good about it, because I know I played with, and sometimes when I played on myself, sometimes you want to get hot under the collar. They're as cool as a cucumber when they get hit with a pitch and go down to first and do the job.
Yeah, that's how you got to play the game. You know, nice and even keeled, and when you play it like this, you know, it can be detrimental to how you play. So, you know, that's one thing that Vaughn and Josh has gotten a lot better, you know, over the years he's been here. You know, he used to be a little bit like that, but he's matured, and Vaughn, you know, obviously I didn't get a chance to see him play early in his career, but, you know, this year he's just been, you know, he goes out there and you can't tell if he's 4 for 4 or if he's over 4. You know, he just plays the game the same way, and that's what you love about the guy.
Well, he's like the rest of your young men you've sent up here, very articulate, and they have all been a joy to interview. Coach, you know we always end these, and we definitely want you up tomorrow, because I got a good feeling, I'm not going to put you behind the 8 ball, but I got a good feeling that we can talk about some fun stuff tomorrow. But your word to say anything to not only the Freed-Hardeman fans, but we've got other fans watching us today.
Well, you know, I know some people know this, but you know, we signed a contract in the last couple of days to turf our field this summer.
Oh, wonderful!
So that's been something that's been in the works for a while, but it's official now. So, you know, tomorrow's going to be the last day that this field is the way it is. They're going to start as soon as our season's over. We're going to turf the entire thing, the bullpens. It's going to be amazing, the development that we can have, and I know there's a lot of people watching right now. They're going to be really, really excited about that. I've gotten several text messages this week and today of former players and J.D. Flowers, one of our former assistant coaches who's going to come up tomorrow. I'm just really excited about, you know, what's going on with our program. Not only, you know, getting the new field, just the excitement that is around the program and people wanting to come out and support these guys. So, it's a great time to be a Freed-Hardeman Lion, and I'm excited about continuing this journey throughout this postseason. But this is a great group of guys. It's going to be emotional tomorrow. It's going to be the last time that 20 of these seniors is going to play, on this field, and that's going to be emotional. But at the same time, it's kind of like you're a proud for these guys and what they've accomplished. I don't know how many guys I've talked to, different people on the phone over the last few weeks for interviews and job references and things of that nature. For these guys who are going off and starting their life and starting their careers, and you mentioned, the great guys that we have in our program. It's really exciting to see these guys mature and grow up over 4 or 5 years. I was talking to the guys the other day, Josh and Landon and Jacob Sawyers. We got 3 guys that have been here for 5 years, and I've got my little daughter who's running around who's 6 years old, and she was strolling around when they got here.
They're kind of like uncles to her.
Yeah, they're kind of like uncles, and she's been around, and my kids have been around this whole time, and they've grown up with these guys, and these guys, it's like they're a part of our family.
Got to be the easiest recommendations you have to make.
Yes.
I could, from what I know about them being around, I think I could even write them a good recommendation or give them a good oral recommendation.
Yeah, we got a great group of guys, and it's just fun, to see them go out and compete. And I've told them, I've had an opportunity to win a lot of baseball games, and we've won conference championships, and we've gone to the World Series, and I've gotten a chance to coach in the national championship game. I've got a chance to do some of those things, and I've got a lot of great memories. And what I want these guys to do is to continue to win games and continue to go far into the postseason so they can make some memories.
Absolutely.
Right? So it's going to be fun tomorrow to be able to shut down Carnes Field, and next year when you come out here, it's going to be brand new. It's going to be Wells Field next year. Stephen and Judy Wells, who are the made the foundational gift, a very transformational foundational gift to be able to start that project, and we've been able to raise quite a bit of money to be able to do that, and they're getting started, and some of these guys that are watching, I might come out and visit them this summer and ask them for some money, but just be prepared.
Well, that's fair enough. Plus, tomorrow when you come up, and we want you to come up, we'll talk about, because I know you made a signee, because I get to do his ball games too, and we'll talk maybe a little bit about him. And thank goodness we're not under NCAA rules, and you have to watch what you can say. But this is a great place to go to school. It's a great place to play. Your kids are having fun. They enjoy their coaches. Even when y'all get on them about something, the instruction is great. If I had a child that wasn't already out of college and stuff, I would tell them Freed-Hardeman is a great place to be.
No, that's what I tell recruits when they come in. There's a lot of great programs. I think Freed-Hardeman baseball is the best program to be a part of, it because Freed-Hardeman is such a great place.
Yes.
Freed-Hardeman baseball is such a great program because of Freed-Hardeman. So, I want people to go to school here because they love the environment, they love the culture, they love the school. And baseball is just the icing on the cake, you know what I mean? And have an opportunity to get a great education, and really proud of these 20 seniors that we have. And like I said, it's we've had a lot of success being able to recruit some guys, and bring some good new players here, and we've got some good guys coming in. But it's fun to get out here and be able to do it every single day.
And remind everybody that this interview and Coach's last statement, it will be archived. It'll be on YouTube forever at the end of this ball game. But you can go back. I think Stretch will have this game still some. Paul archives them on YouTube, and you can see Freed-Hardeman baseball whenever you want to. Coach, it's your turn to say whatever you want to the fans of this school and baseball.
No, just I'd love to see everybody come out tomorrow. I'd love to pack the stands. If you're watching and you got a chance to be out here tomorrow, it's going to be 77 degrees and sunny. 12 o'clock. It's going to be a great place to be. And like I said, I've heard from several alumni and former coaches and things. I think it's going to be rocking out there tomorrow. So I'm excited about that, and hopefully we can take care of business in that 12 o'clock game and punch a ticket to Bowling Green.
Yeah, as sad as it will be, because it'll be our last broadcast after y'all punch the ticket. And who knows, maybe in the future years, maybe we can travel a little bit with y'all sometime. You never know what will happen. But there he is, the fine young coach. I enjoy. Always feel good after I talk to him every time. He makes me feel better. I'm happy. The team is happy. 11-1, a big win for Freed-Hardeman. We will take a quick timeout, and when we come back, last comments.
Residential or commercial, you can rely on West 10 Fence for complete fencing services. We put over 50 years of experience to work for you building, mending, and maintaining fences and gates. From chain link and barbed wire to wooden, vinyl, ornamental iron, and beautiful wrought iron, whether you want a fence for beauty, privacy, or security, we've got you covered. Just call and ask for a free estimate.
And big victory right here today, first round of the tournament. We got to win one more out of the 2 games tomorrow, but 11-1. Michael Molnix, your thoughts?
Great way to start, I guess what you would call a new season. What the 22-21 wins that they had regular season, none of that matters right now. Now you're 1-0 heading into heading into next round of the Mid-South Conference. All you need is one more win, and you're heading on with another bye in the tournament, and we'll be on the other side of the Cumberlands, and that's going to be a good matchup right there. Freed-Hardeman can get to that matchup with Cumberlands. But overall, great play by Freed-Hardeman today. Great job by Alex Huey. Great job by all of the batters today. And overall, just great Freed-Hardeman baseball was played.
Absolutely. We're not going to go over individually stats, because between Coach and Alex Huey did a great job. We pretty well covered all those things. 3 home runs today helped and aided the cause. Great pitching effort, some great defense. And we'll do this again tomorrow at 12 o'clock on Worthy Road Studios here on the Freed-Hardeman Network. And we'll remind you that any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. This was produced and directed by Paul Schulze. Assistant director today, the one and only Gary Lockhart. Play-by-play, Joe Holloway. The color announcer, the one and only Michael Mullenix. And extra duty for Paul Schulze with the cameras. We are going to say thanks for your time this time. Till next time, good night all.